It's back home for the Tigers. It's homecoming. Football Friday. The Clay Center Tigers tonight host the Wamego Red Raiders. Pre-game is here, being brought to you by B&D Sandblasting and Painting, State Farm Insurance, Clay Center David Bogerting Agent, and Clay County National Bank. Stay with us. On the way next, we'll talk with the head coach of the Tigers, Todd Rice. Pre-game continues next.
Many life lessons can be learned when you participate in sports, like the value of perseverance, hard work, and teamwork. The whole team here at Clay County National Bank is proud to support the student athletes of our community, and we applaud them as they grow in skill, strength, and character. When you push yourself toward excellence in the classroom, on the field or court, or in your business, you develop skill and self-confidence, and these attributes will serve you well now and in the future. Best wishes for success, Tigers, from Clay County National Bank, member FDIC.
Back on pregame, talking now with Coach Todd Rice. The Clay Center Tigers host homecoming, and the Wamego Red Raiders come in to the Den tonight. Coach, good win for you guys last week to go on the road in league. A Marysville team that we talked about coming in. I mean, they're backed into a corner trying to try anything to get a victory, and I thought you guys just came out and really very businesslike took care of things.
I did too. We talked about a lot of things we want to focus on and go on the road and get a win, and came out, especially offensively, we really executed, took what they were giving us, and had some big early drives to kind of get ourselves into the game.
And a lot of people involved. Gabe Ware kind of set the stage. I thought the way he ran the ball really hard and got you downfield. And then Lane Libby made some good decisions. We talked last week going in about your dual quarterback threat that you really have right now with Lane and Cade, and they both did big things.
They did, and they kind of both bring some real strengths to the table on what they can do. Lane's a pretty big kid, and with his physicality, and I really showed up on that first play of the second half when he basically ran over a linebacker and broke away. Cade comes in, he's really quick and shifty with what he does, and we kind of had a dual threat fullback as well, since Bailey has been out with Gabe, and then Adam Hebert gave us a lot of snaps in the second half. Ricky Hughes jumped in there a little bit, so we just got a lot of guys really contributing.
Yeah, that's the key. I thought about that too. There were so many different names that had big plays or were part of drives. Then you go through the air, and what your guys are able to do now with the passing game. Balin Brumfield steps in, and all of a sudden a part of that deal. Brady Hamill made a dynamite catch down near the goal line for a touchdown, and we know Hunter Mullins in that mix. It's kind of fun to see the tools start to come together.
Yeah, a lot of different aspects, and we talk with our kids that passing game starts with the protection. We had the ability to protect and keep them from penetrating the other night. That can make your passing game look pretty good, and some nights that's there, and some nights it's not if you have trouble protecting. But our offensive front did a real nice job, gave our quarterback time to find that. Those guys, Ricky Hughes had a couple big time catches as well. And just a lot of guys contributed.
Ricky, we've been waiting for the opportunity for him to get more involved. I know you guys have wanted that. It was nice to see him have a game where really all aspects, defense, special teams, running, catching the football. We saw number 10 a lot on Friday night.
We did a lot of different places. His blocking was really good. Pretty much a breakout type of game for him, with him coming on and doing things with his confidence level. So, I was really pleased with what he got done for us.
Confidence you mentioned, and this team, we've talked the last couple of weeks, so many injuries you're dealing with right now, and you've got a lot of young guys stepping into a varsity role, probably ahead of schedule. But the confidence had to have grown a bunch from the trip to Marysville.
Yeah, our guys felt really good, and like I said, I thought offensively we executed the best that we had this year. Defensively, sometimes we have 4 or 5 sophomores out there. And, the other night, a couple of those guys were out of position a little bit, which, kind of got us in a couple situations defensively. But, our guys just playing together and playing hard and going on a road to a place that we haven't had a ton of success with historically. I thought it was real good for our guys to go over there and get that win.
Let's look at tonight's opponent. Wamego is a very good football team. They have been for the last 2 or 3 years. They've kind of just got that program in a good direction. 2 straight NCKL titles. Whether they can get it done this year, there's a lot up in the air left to be played. But the loss last week to Abilene, I don't think it surprised people that they lost. It was the manner in which they did it. Kyler Alderson, who is one of the best in the state at quarterback, and we've certainly seen it up close, threw 4 interceptions, a couple down near the goal line, and Abilene took advantage. Wamego stinging from last week, you know they want to come in tonight and right the ship.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. And somebody asked me about that. Like, well, I bet they're sure mad about that. Like, you know what? Everybody wants to go out and win, the next ball game. And, Abilene did a lot of really good things. I think those teams are both pretty even. But, that Wamego was -4 on the turnovers, and that was a really close game, but they took themselves out of it with their turnovers. And they are a good football team. They got good speed. They get up and down the field. They got a veteran quarterback. They've got 8 returning starters on offense, 10 returning starters on defense. So, they're going to be ready to go, but our kids are excited to be back home. We've been on the road 3 out of 4 weeks, so our guys are excited to be back.
A little home cooking in the den would be perfect for the Tigers tonight. It's going to be a windy, cold, and this feels like November football tonight. Coach, you like this stuff?
I kind of really like this stuff.
Well, it does feel like football in the air, and homecoming is a big part of the recipe for tonight, and hopefully some good home cooking will come your way. Coach, good luck tonight. Let's go get the Red Raiders.
All right, thanks a lot.
Back on pregame in just a moment.
Reduce costly irrigation downtime next season by preparing your center pivots, corners, and linears now. Your local Valley dealer has a preventative maintenance program that protects your investment through the cooler weather and makes sure your irrigation equipment is ready for the next growing season. Don't take a chance on your machines breaking down when your crops need water. Contact your local Valley dealer today about a preventative maintenance program.
See Republican Valley Irrigation or call 632-5588.
At Central Valley Ag, we're growing agriculture together. With multiple locations across Nebraska and Kansas, CVA is uniquely positioned to offer producers access to export, processing, and feeder markets for grain. Central Valley Ag is committed to adding value to producers' grain bids by serving as their connection to end users. CVA is also dedicated to providing innovative solutions in the development of a long-term strategy to help each grower achieve consistent profitability. Stop by Central Valley Ag today. Learn more about how we're growing agriculture together.
Tiger football on KCOY is brought to you in part by Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep of Manhattan, Union State Bank, Farmers Union Insurance, Jim Gearhand, Agent Clay Center, Bud's Tire Service, Central Office Service and Supply, Ray's Apple Market, Farmway Co-op, United Bank and Trust, Hanson Ford of Clay Center, and Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales.
BriggsAuto.com's 23rd annual Jeep Jamboree is right around the corner. Sunday, October 12th, starting at 7 a.m. The entry fee is only $40 per Jeep and includes a hat, t-shirt, and breakfast and lunch for all guests in a vehicle. To register, go to Briggs Auto Lane in Manhattan or call Dave Kornowski at 785-776-7799. Awards for ugliest, best looking, most modified, most original, and oldest Jeeps. Door prizes with proceeds benefiting the Johnson Cancer Research Center at K-State and events such as a road rally and guided off-road trails. Register today at Briggs Auto Lane.
First comes love, then comes marriage, and then comes a home in Blueprints? Whether you're newly married or just looking to build the home you've always dreamt of, come see the lenders at United Bank and Trust. Making your plans a reality is their business. Whether it's new construction, refinancing, or everything in between, like new roofs or updating that shag carpet, United Bank and Trust is here to help you with quick loan decisions from a local lender you know and trust. United Bank and Trust. You bank, we deliver. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Rake in the savings and leave your worries behind with Twin Valley's ultra high-speed internet. Sign up for phone, digital TV, high-speed internet, and receive your first 3 months of internet free. This offer is only available for a limited time. Twin Valley services outperform the competition, and it's easy to switch over. Call our office and speak with a customer service rep to find out how you can get Twin Valley for all your communication and entertainment needs. 800-515-3311.
One company, one call, your call. Twin Valley, Twin Valley. Get maximum yield from every seed with the Case IH Precision Disc 500T single disc air drill from Bruna Implement Company. The parallel link row unit allows accurate seed placement in a range of soil conditions, improved depth control, and seed to soil contact for even emergence. Our system is versatile and can go from full till to no till in just a few easy adjustments. This year, make every seed count with the Case IH Precision Disc 500T single disc air drills only at Bruna's. For all your farming needs, visit Bruna Implement Company at any of our 5 locations today.
Welcome to the Tigers Den on a Football Friday, homecoming Football Friday. And Chet, while the world in this area may be talking Royals, tonight we talk royalty. It is homecoming 2014, and they just had the pregame festivities with all of the candidates on the field and a chance to kind of take a look at last year's royalty. Tommy and Katie back to give away the crowns to this year's candidates, and this year's winner is going to belong to Alexis Bowen, and also alongside her, the Clay Center Tigers' Thomas Rickley. So a cheerleader and a cross-country runner. And I saw a post from someone, a friend of ours today, that said their daughter was rooting for everybody. And it gives you an idea of how good the candidates were this year.
Yeah, and that's what it's turned into, the last few years. It's a great thing for the high school. It's a great thing for all the kids. But we've been on the homecoming tour the last 3 weeks.
You're right. Alexis Bowen, as mentioned, homecoming queen. Along with her was Emily Eberts, Macy Franson, and Kelsey Jones. And alongside Thomas Rickley were the king candidates. That was Bailey Easterberg, Brady Hamill, and Bo Richardson. Clay Center Tigers tonight take on a Wamego Red Raider team. And I love this comment from Coach Rice during pregame, Chet. We were talking, and I brought up, last week they had their first loss against their rival Abilene, battling for an NCKL crown. They really want to right the ship. And he kind of paused and almost chuckled as if, I've heard that all week long, as if he was a little tired of that comment. He said, every team wants to right the ship. Every team, when they lose, wants to come back the next week and win. He said, Wamego's no different than anybody else. And I thought it was a great comment because this team understands Wamego wants to come back and win. They lost their first game of the year. The Tigers understand that. They want to come out here and win on homecoming, too.
Absolutely. A few people want to put Wamego up on a pedestal because of preseason predictions, and then they can come out and play as well. But with that, every high school team anymore spends all summer getting themselves psyched up. They spend a lot of time in the weight room. And they think once August gets here, they think they're going to win every game. And when they come out here to the stadium, they know they have a chance to win every game, and that's what Coach Rice was talking about as well.
Absolutely. I'm going to play this a little bit of, we'll talk psyche for a little bit. You and I enjoy watching sports and kind of looking at sidelines sometimes, and maybe what impact the psyche of a team can have. For Wamego, 2 straight NCKL crowns. It had been a long time since they've done that. They haven't been to the postseason despite those 2 league crowns because of the district they've been in the last 2 seasons with Hayden and Holton knocking them out. And last year they went undefeated before losing and not making it to the postseason. It's a crazy, crazy story. So here early in the year, Wamego, planning on a 3rd straight North Central Kansas League crown, has their first bump in the road. Sure, you can think, they want to right the ship. They're going to come out with vengeance here against the Tigers in the Den on homecoming. Or do they think, one of the early goals we've said is gone? What do we do? I mean, it can damage a psyche to some degree also.
Oh, I think it definitely can, and especially when you're dealing with 16, 17, and 18-year-old kids. It's tough enough when you're in college, and they are basically paid to be there because of scholarship, and they are in the program 20 hours out of the 24-hour day for 5 years. And, they've got a whole army of high-paid coaches keeping their mind hopefully right. These are people, it's like, oh, man, that because I know how they think.
Anyone who's been that teenager or had a teenager in their household, they're hearing your brother right now. They understand exactly.
They're after damage control. They're after damage.
Yeah, without a doubt. Now, for the Tigers, this is a team that's very young on the field. They've had some underclassmen have to step up into roles due to injuries, due to illness, due to different things, that they're playing more snaps than they had intended them to play. Last week had to be huge for those guys in particular because they gained some confidence. Sure, Marysville's struggling, but 39-13, they came out and really dominated that football game. And probably feel a little bit more at home on the field.
Well, they got their legs under them. They got a little confidence. They had a few things work that they've been trying to make work for 3 weeks prior to that just wasn't working, and so they were able to rebuild some confidence and restore some confidence that they maybe had before the season started. And, sometimes you need that resurrection type game at a place like Murraysville to get that going. And when you have a bunch of young guys, they're scary to the other team, because they're not afraid of anything.
It is an absolutely gorgeous night for football that is not made to order for what Coach Rice talked with me about early this morning. It was raining, it was cold, it was windy. He said, is this going to last? And I said, well, the wind should. It's going to be dry at kickoff time. And he said, well, for the fans, that's good, but I would love to see with Tyler Alderson and company coming into the Den a windy, rainy, cold night. Well, it's actually a gorgeous night. The wind's even laid down a little bit. This should be a fun night for football. From the Den, it's Homecoming 2014. Stay with us. Opening kickoff about a minute away.
Farmway Co-op challenges you, the community, to participate in a food pantry drive for your local food pantry. Donate a non-perishable item to any Farmway Co-op location during the month of October, and they'll donate to those in need. Join the Farmway employees, producers, and other community members in making the co-op connection this October by donating food pantry items to any Farmway Co-op location that helps your community. Visit farmwaycoop.com or call 785-738-2241 to learn more.
Choosing vinyl siding as an exterior finish for your home has several benefits. Vinyl siding offers durability, decreased maintenance, a neat and clean look and feel, and an affordable solution for exterior finishes. Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement continues to serve North Central Kansas with crane board, fiber cement, and steel siding solutions for your home or business with conventional or foam back siding. Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement will help transform the look of your home.
Back once again at the Den. Let's take a look at the opening coin toss. First off, Chet, as the Tigers will get the football first. They scored 39 points last week. See if this offense can keep it going. Wamego actually won the toss, deferred. Play center will take the football.
Absolutely, and I think if I were coaching in probably 95 out of 100 times, that would be my choice, depending on certain situations. But here, Wamego wants to be able to come out and control the second half. They want to come out on defense in the early part of the game. Play center, on the other hand, come out on offense, try to get going, as you said. Some of that offense they were able to find last week.
The Tigers will send Tyler Young, who is back healthy once again. He battled a turf toe for a while and then also had strep throat, so he really has been through the rigmarole to get back on the field. But he is back tonight, full force. So T-Money back there with the Hughes, Ricky Hughes, they're back deep at about their own 5-yard line, awaiting the kick from the Wamego Red Raiders. So the Tigers will get the football to start. They'll move from south to north here at Auto Wonder Stadium. Wamego set to kick it. It is Max Meyer who will boot it away, and the tasty pastry kickoff is a squibber to be picked up by Balin Brumfield to the 25-yard line, return to the 35-40, dives across at about the 42-yard line, and the Tigers will take over with really good field position. I love the fact that the catch was made and then taken back by Brumfield, not just covered up. He gained some yards out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Balin didn't hesitate at all. It was like a one-hopper to Balin there, and he did a great job of fielding it and then just started heading upfield. Tigers are taking over here on about the 36-yard line. Good field position.
36 is where they will start as they dove across the 35 on the return from Balin Brumfield. Lane Lively in under center. Hughes goes in motion from left to right. They'll hand off underneath to Gabe Ware, and he will dive out near the 39-yard line. That's a gain of about 3 on first down behind the big offensive line. Austin Last, the senior in the middle, 240. Wooly Bully, a senior. To his right is Parker Folks, a sophomore, 205. McCade Melius, 200-pound sophomore. To his left of center is Evan Stanley, 220 junior. Then Dylan Carlson, a 200-pound junior. The receivers, you'll see Balin Brumfield. Hunter Mullen is out there. Colvin Lafferty. The back is Gabe Ware with Hughes and Hamill. The wingbacks in motion again is Hughes. They'll hand off underneath. Gabe Ware out to the 40. Bumps up a tackle. Dives across the 45. And we'll get a third down and short for the Tigers. And a great start for that offensive line running right side that trip.
I tell you what, that was a very, very interesting defensive front brought up here by Wamego. We're going to go with a quick snap.
Tigers go quick here and get set, trying to get a quarterback keep, I imagine, for Lane Lively. They do take it, and there's Lively easily for the first down. He takes it out to the 48-yard line, and the Tigers move the sticks on the opening possession.
Well, there's no secret what the Tigers are going to run, and especially on first down. I think in every game this year, we've handed off to either 23 Easterberg or 28 Ware on the first 2 plays of the game. Now, that was no different tonight, but the difference is Wamego comes out with a 5-man front. They have the only linebackers are 2 on the corners, and once you penetrate that line, you're going to pick up 3 to 5 yards.
Lane Lively under center, and motion goes Hamill. The hand up again underneath. This is Gabe Ware. Hard yardage. He may have gotten to the midfield stripe. That'll be a gain of 1 yard, maybe 2. Second down and 8. But the Tigers nosing that football toward the Red Raider end of the field.
And I contend with this offense against this defense, and it's a chess match, and they're trying, from the Wamego defensive standpoint, they're trying to put a stop on Clay Center early, and they're selling out with what they're putting on the front. But what they're doing here is they're going to either stop us with no gain on the run, or we're going to get 3 to 5 yards on the run.
And 3 to 5 in a cloud of mud, I guess, after a rainy couple of days would be ideal for the Tigers. Adam Ebert in at running back now. Lively will pitch it to Ebert. It goes to the ground. He'll pick it up and cover it up. They'll lose yardage here. The pitch left to Adam Ebert wasn't handled, maybe a touch low, but a Tiger miscue backs them up to their own 42-yard line. Now it's going to be third down and long.
Well, it only takes a minor hiccup to put yourself in a hole in a very tough situation. Now we're staring at third down and 16 to go. And, we are nearing midfield. We're at about the 42-yard line, but that's tough position, 3rd and 16.
Well, the nose of the football was on the midfield stripe, so you can do the addition. It also got 8 yards on the play. Third down, 16 to go. Lively under center, Ebert again behind him. He has one receiver wide left. In motion goes Hamill. They'll fake the pitch, looking to pass. Downfield, he has a receiver. Brumfield, it is underthrown and will be picked off by the Wamego Red Raiders in the defensive backfield. Brumfield had a step at Wyatt Cotton, who was one of Tyler Alderson's favorite targets on offense, able to jump underneath that route and pull down the interception. They do flip the field a bit with a long pass downfield. Wamego takes over, throwing 27.
With a lot of high school teams, that'd be the same as the punt. We have Brady Hamill, so it's not quite the same as the punt, but it was a deep interception.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Wamego, their first possession. Tyler Alderson, he has been a starter for 3 straight years, and he is a good one. Handoff right side. Tigers stuff up the run. Taken on the right side this trip by Sean Burns, who gets the first handoff. He does pick up about 5 yards out to the 33-yard line. It'll be second down and 5 to go.
I tell you what, Kyler Alderson is a good quarterback, and we have been announcing him for ever. It seems like, he's played like a senior since he's entered the field at the varsity level, but here he is a senior. He's been playing 3 or more years.
He has all those tools, the athleticism, the smarts, and he's a lefty on top of it. There's a handoff and a breakoff of the tackle. Runs to the right side by Wyatt Cotton, who often will receive the football. This time a handoff on a little counter play, and he gets outside and downfield near the midfield stripe. They'll mark him down at about the 47-yard line, still on Wamego's end of the field, but this is 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders.
Well, that was a big run by Wamego, and what they're doing is they are softening the secondary because the secondary is so afraid of Kyler Alderson's arm.
Sure.
And so they're being very protective of the pass, which makes them a little softer on the run.
Alderson from the gun, now to pass for the first time. Stands in the pocket a lot of time. Fires it out to the right. It's going to be a pickup across the midfield stripe. The pass completed to Trey Thorst, who is their fullback, and just a little out to the right side. Really an easy catch, pass and catch, and then yards after the catch.
A little swing, you call it a flare 40 years ago, but just an easy little swing out pass to the back, swinging around on the end, and then see what he can do with the run. He got about 5 yards.
Second down 5. Alderson again out of the gun. He's got receivers to both sides. Back in the pocket. Stan fires out to the left side. Tyler Young makes the tackle at the 45 of Play Center. The catch made by Dylan Blaine. The tackle in the open field by T-Money. It'll be third down, and now a couple of yards to go for the Red Raiders.
And quite honestly, some high school football teams are a little bit more sophisticated in their passing offense than others. Now, it's special when you see it. Wamego's timing patterns are pretty good. You can tell that already.
And they've been for a long time. The pose of the world for Wamego made a living off of that for quite some time. Third down and 2 here. Alderson from the gun. He stands at the midfield stripe. Back to pass again. Sets. A lot of time. Now rolls left. He's going to run it himself to the outside. He'll have first down yardage. slides to the 40. They'll mark you down to maybe the 41, but it's 1st and 10. Red Raiders again with the move of the chain.
It's tough play by Kyler Alderson actually there. You don't see a lot of slides in high school football, but he did a good job of, as an offensive quarterback, making sure he picked up the first down. The Tigers were closing on him in a hurry. He had the first down. Now the officials did an excellent job of spotting it. You see that done wrong so much,
especially at the high school level, because they don't see it as often, Chair.
That's right. They have to spot it where he starts to fly.
1st down and 10 for Wamego at the Tiger 40-yard line is where it's marked down. Alderson again to pass. Quick hitter across the middle. Oh, catch made. Evan Stanley actually dropped back in coverage. He was in the area, but he couldn't find the football, and Jacob Katzenberg brings down the catch and takes it to the 29, or 24, I should say, of the Tigers.
Evan Stanley, big old number 75 in there, and he made a living back in last Friday at Marysville on that defensive line, and he's been playing very well this year, but he was trying to drop back on that. A little bit tough for him to cover that pass.
Stanley, Austin Lass in the middle, Dylan Carlson and Deb Bloom on that defensive front row. And you have Gabe Ware and Jace Casper, Brady Hamill, linebackers in there. Tigers see Alderson again back to pass and tried to set up what looked like a screen. Now he's going to tuck it and run, being chased out of there by Jace Casper and Brady Hamill, and they'll bring down the tackle. That'll be a gain of 0. Save he got back to the line of scrimmage. And how about the closing speed of the freak, Jace Casper?
They did a good job that time, and when he committed to close on him, he did so in a hurry, and that's what you need to see out of that outside linebacker from that position. We had 3 Sixers out there, number 66 and number 6.
2nd down 10, and Hamill was out there. If Alderson had tried to cut that outside, there was no chance. So Casper and Hamill on the players. They hand off underneath in the middle, and the tackle is going to be made. It's carried by Trey Cohorst. He is the primary ball carrier out of the backfield. Deb Bloom, Jace Casper, Gabe Ware in on the tackle. 5:12 to go. Tigers and Wamego scoreless. It's 3rd down now and about 6 to go at the Tigers 21.
And I tell you what, this is a huge down for the Tigers defense. You don't just want to stop them from getting 6 yards. You need to stop them from getting anything, because they're not going to be afraid to go for it on 4th down no matter what happens.
Especially in this area, you're right. Alderson out of the gun. That's a typical formation. Hits the snap. Ball fakes once. Alderson now rushed out of the pocket to the sideline. Throws off his back leg, and it's caught down at the 5-yard line. Big hit after the catch by Ricky Hughes. Alderson kind of floated it downfield, but it had an open area to throw to, and the catch was made.
Yeah, that's tough when you're a Tiger defensive back there, because you think you have pretty good coverage, and then they find a tweener spot there in the pocket.
Kind of like a player in baseball, just between the shortstop and the left fielder. You drop it in for a hit, and the Wamego Red Raiders dropped it in for a hit downfield to the Tiger 5-yard line. Now 1st down and goal. Alderson gets the snap, stands in the pocket, fires back in the end zone. It's up for grabs, and it's going to be broken up by Colvin Laffrey. Terrific play in the back of the end zone. They tried to hit backboard Dylan Blaine. They threw it up for a jump ball, and Colvin Laffrey did a great job.
Well, Dylan Blaine is a 6'2" sophomore, and he was trying to go for that pass in the corner of the end zone. Colvin Laffrey did a great job of matching him stride for stride, turning at the right time, and that's key, and he had a good play on the ball.
I agree. That was a great play to knock it down back of the end zone. 2nd down now and goal for the Red Raiders. 3 backs stand around Alderson, who's in the shotgun once again. The snap is a good one. He will hand off underneath. We have a whistle, and this could be against the Red Raiders.
Well, I think
it's going to be a timeout taken by the Tigers before the snap. 4:17 to work, opening quarter. No score. Wamego's 2nd and goal at the 5 when we come back.
It's never too early to start getting organized for the coming year, and we are running a big calendar special now. If you wait until January to get your at-a-glance calendars and refills, they may be hard to find as manufacturers are cutting back on their printed inventory. Here, Roscoe, would you like a cookie?
Do you have any chocolate chip?
Nope, just these mincemeat cookies with licorice chips.
That's not much of a selection.
Precisely. Folks, for the best selection on at-a-glance calendar products at 25% savings, come to Central Office Service and Supply and Play Center. Sorry, cookies not included.
Sharpen your axe, boys. The weeds are out of control.
Before those weeds grow to be the size of trees, talk with Brent, Alan, Darren, Kent, or Mike Green at Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales about a plan to stop them. Sharpen is the herbicide they recommend to cut that weed problem down to size. If the weeds in your wheat field are growing like, well, weeds, then see the crop advisors at Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales.
A Tiger defensive timeout after they broke up the pass play to the back of the end zone. Now Wamego has it 2nd down and 5. 4:17 left to work here in this opening period. Alderson again, 3 backs surrounding him in the backfield. He will hand it off left side. And the gain down to the 3-yard line, and that will be all as they whistle it to a stop. Hunter Mullen kind of standing up the ball carrier that time, who was Sean Burns, and then several of the interior linemen making a play as well.
Tell you what, something very important almost happened there because there was a lot of contact, there was a lot of pushing, and then about 3/4 of the players kind of let off, but there wasn't a whistle
there
yet.
Hasn't been, you're right.
Hunter Mullen stayed with it.
They marked this at the 4-yard line, which is good for the Tigers. 3rd down and goal now, Wamego. Running play last time, pass play the first time. They handed off right side, and a cut to the goal line. Touchdown, Wamego. The Red Raider, no, they did not get in. The initial signal I thought I saw was actually one of the Red Raider players who thought they had punched it across. Trey Cohorst, the run. It'll be 4th down and goal. Austin Last saves the touchdown and tackles him at the 1-yard line.
Well, Austin Last is having a fun senior year. He is just having a blast out there. There's nothing more fun than being in that position, and he did a good job of keeping him out of the end zone.
4th and goal at the Tiger 1-yard line. Alderson out of the gun, hands off right side to the goal line. Tigers may have stopped, and they too. Play center for the goal line stand against the Red Raiders. That interior line does it again. Stands up the ball carrier, and guess who is last off the pile? Austin Last, the last guy up because he was the first to hit the ball.
Well,
carrier.
We have a couple hours to continue with nomination, but I'm already nominating that as the big hitter of the game, as one of the candidates, because in the early part here, this is a pretty quick game. We're under 3 minutes in the first quarter,
right?
And for as many passes has been thrown, it's got a quick take to it.
What a stop at the Tiger defense. 2:58 to work now in the opening quarter. Tigers take over their own 1-yard line. Lively will hand off underneath. Kind of a delayed handoff. He stood as if he might take a look outside, but he was handing it off underneath as he did so. It's a gain of maybe a yard at most. It'll be 2nd down and long. Again, the Tigers backed up inside their own 5-yard line near the 1. A gain of maybe a half yard on the play. 2:35 to work, opening quarter.
Sometimes the goal line stand, gives you a big boost of momentum, but then you forget to come out and move the ball on offense, and that's something very important. The Tigers need to get out of this hole.
I mean, Lively could almost take the quarterback keep right now and just follow Austin Last right up to the middle. They really got a big gap right in the middle. Now they've closed it up a little bit. Lively will hand it off again through the middle. Gabe Ware the carry. He'll get it out near the 5-yard line. Now it's going to be 3rd down, about 6-7 yards still to go, but they did give themselves a little space check.
That's a big deal. At least they're to that first white line, which is the 5-yard line. The scoreboard said it was a 2. That was being very generous.
Well, it's the Tiger scoreboard, Chet. We do some of those things, too.
We were way inside the 2, I guarantee you that. So if we're out at the 5, at least we can exhale it.
3rd down, 7 yards to go. Can the Tigers move it after a big goal line stand from their own 1-yard line? Now it's their own 5, 3rd down, 7. Lane Lively, he will pitch it out right side, trying to break a tackle, and it will be out to the 8-yard line. That Gabe Ware with the carry once again, and he broke one tackle that would have been a loss of yardage.
Yeah.
Gets about 4 yards on the play, brings up 4th down and 3. That's a big run for Gabe Ware.
Well, it was a big run for Gabe Ware, and he almost got a lot more than I mean, he not only almost got the first down, which we were a few yards short, but he almost got a lot more than that because there were very few Wamego players left, and it was a light tackle that got him.
So Brady Hamill stands just inside the goal line. The snap is a good one, and the boot is away. And it will angle out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. So the Tigers will give Wamego decent field position, but it's with no score on the board, Chet. That's the big cue.
Yeah, and that wasn't your typical Brady Hamill punt. However, it worked out very well for the Tigers because it wasn't real far out of bounds. Where it where it looked like it went out of bounds is also the spot we got.
Right, right,
so
yeah.
so we're right there at about the 38-yard line, and just need to stop him again.
He was kicking into the teeth of the wind. I know it laid down a touch from earlier today, but it's still a pretty strong wind at the back of the Red Raiders.
We've had some wins this week.
Yeah, no kidding. At the 38, Wamego takes over. Alderson out of that gun. He has the snap. He'll hand off underneath left side and a tackle, and now we've got a tackle downfield that's going to be made by Jace Casper. Is there a penalty flag down?
No. I need to excuse myself and go have a little talk with some people there. That was a bad hold right there that basically kept us from making a good tackle at the line of scrimmage.
8-yard gain, second down 2, ball carried to Play Center's 30-yard line.
It's traveling, Rocky. You know this. Not everyone is called.
And there's a hold probably on every play as well. Alderson goes under center. Quick hitter underneath. No, he's going to keep it. Now the Tigers, Austin Last, tying it up, trying to rip it away, and they will make the tackle at the line of scrimmage, maybe a half-yard deep. It brings up third down and probably 3 to go now as we go to the second quarter. No score here in Clay Center. Tigers and Red Raiders on Homecoming 2014 continue next.
As the doors slide open, your adventure begins. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to find a way to save your family money while not sacrificing quality. Your primary weapons are private label brands. Searching up and down every aisle, you discover they're everywhere. Best Choice and Always Save are comparable to the national brands, and they're in every department, offering savings every day. Mission accomplished at your local family-owned Gray's Apple Market.
We're right on your way home.
Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics. Whether you're looking for a tough Ram truck, a sporty Dodge Challenger, or an elegant Chrysler 300, Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has you covered. For 46 years, they've treated you like family because their family name is on the door. Right now, get 0% plus no payment for 90 days. The area's only 5-star certified dealership, Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Manhattan. Go Tigers!
Tigers in a scoreless tie after one period of play here in the Tigers Den on Homecoming 2014. So Clay Center standing up. They forced Wamego to a third down and a couple. Remember, they stopped on 4th and goal at the 1-yard line. See if they can make them force a 4th down play here.
Oh, interesting formation.
Yeah, they go under center again. They did last time, and it got nowhere. Now the ball's loose on the ground, still loose, and it's going to be picked up by Hunter Mullen. He's to the 45, and the Tigers will take over. Hunter, the bulldozer, comes up with it after it was stripped away in the backfield. 2 straight plays, Chad. You said interesting formation. That's twice they went to that formation, both a tackle in the backfield and a loss of a fumble.
I tell you what, that formation was out of the old Rock Creek offense. I mean, it was tight, and it had those little wingbacks turned in, and they put the ball on the ground. Hunter Mullen, heads up play, moving the ball to the 45-yard line.
Cade Wallace in at quarterback now for the Tigers. They have a receiver, Mullen left, Brumfield right. Handoff underneath, and it's going to be Cade Wallace keeping it now to the 50. Down to the 45-yard line goes Cade Wallace, and it brings up second down and short. Great ball handling by Cade Wallace that time. He had me fooled on the initial.
Well, he had me fooled as well, and then all of a sudden I see Cade with that slasher run going on out on the corner, and he had the ball, and he picked up 9 yards.
8. Second down, they called it 2 to go, so an 8-yard pickup. Brumfield wide right, Mullen left, Wallace under center. In motion goes Brady Hamill. He will hand off to Gabe Ware underneath. That's a first down carry. He pushes it inside the 45-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Tigers after the big turnover. Did not see who stripped it away, Chet.
I didn't either.
But it came loose, and I love the scoop and score mentality of Hunter Mullen. It wasn't get on this football. It was scoop it, let's see where we can get to.
I couldn't agree more. We have a number of sophomores out there. Hunter Mullen's one of them. He's starting both ways, you know. But
we had a bunch last year, the freshman.
He did. But we have sophomores out there playing not like sophomores, and it's fun to watch.
Cade Wallace under center. He'll work right side. Pitches to Gabe Ware. Hit the backfield and was brought down for a loss. Just could not get around the defender outside.
Yeah, and it looks like was that Peyton Lane out there trying to block on the end. I'm not sure. Ricky Hughes, I believe. Okay. Well, anyway, it looked like Gabe needed to cut it up. He was trying to stretch it out, and that's exactly what the Wamego defender was doing as well. He was able to get a hold of Gabe Jersey and pull him down there for a 2-yard loss. Left comes Brunfield. Slotted left is Mullen. Wing back right, Hughes. To the left side is Hamill. Cade Wallace puts Hughes in motion. I'll pitch it left. I was just going to mention we have not heard from Ricky Hughes tonight. He had such a big game at Marysville, but a flag comes in before he gets a chance to make that play. The penalty will go evidently against the Tigers. It is procedure. It will now be second down and even longer. And after the big turnover, and then the Tigers come out and right away in 2 downs pick up a move of the chains for the first down, find themselves in a bit of a hole, but it's still only second down. And they're looking at 2nd and 17 now. That's still very manageable if you just break it down, manage the first down.
A couple of scores for you. Concordia, 4:51 to go in the first quarter, leads Marysville 7-6. Abilene leading over Chapman 12-0 with 1:23 to go in the opening period. Here the Tigers face with second down 17. Cade Wallace pitching, no one there. And speaking of scoop and score, Wamego's going to take this the other direction. In for a touchdown goes Ethan Thomas. It was an option left. Cade Wallace had no option back. He pitched, go back there. Thomas scooped it and takes it the other way.
Yeah, and in that type of offense, it's all timing, it's all precision, and you're pitching. You're not looking to see who's there, and that's exactly what happened there. He pitched to nobody, and Wamego scooped it up and went in and scored.
So Ethan Thomas takes it in. The Red Raiders have the lead now at 6-0, and here's the extra point try coming. The extra point kick will be Max Meyer, the senior. He stands ready for the snap to come to the holder. It's down. The kick on its way. A high kick is up, and it is good. So Wamego has a 7-0 lead. 9:48 remains in this first half of play here in the Den on Homecoming 2014 when we come back.
Do you ever get tired of waiting for your monthly bank statements to show up in your mailbox? Sign up for our new e-statements at Union State Bank and receive your monthly statement as soon as it's ready. With our new e-statements, you gain a more secure way of checking your monthly transactions and the added convenience of being able to check your statements anywhere that you have internet access. Plus, you'll be helping us to go green by processing less paper each month. Call or come in to our convenient locations to get signed up for e-statements today. Union State Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
As a parent, you want the best for your kids. When it comes to their good health, count on the helpful staff at Patterson's Health Mart Pharmacy to be there with trusted advice, needed prescription drugs, and a wide selection of vitamins and supplements. Right now, Patterson's Health Mart is offering free children's vitamins for kids ages 4 to 10. Putting the care into healthcare is Patterson's Health Mart Pharmacy in downtown Clay Center. Stop in today to find out more about free vitamins for kids.
Red Raiders take the second turnover of the game, the first for the Tigers, and take it on a scoop and score downfield. And the kickoff now is going to bounce. And does it roll out of bounds? It does. Tyler Young let that bounce. I thought it was going to the end zone as well. Then it kind of curled toward the out-of-bounds marker at the 3-yard line and eventually did make contact with the sideline, so the Tigers will get good field position.
That ball did not get very far out of bounds, and I wasn't sure if the official was going to stand there and just stare at it.
I hear you.
Finally, he pulls the flag out, so we're going to bring it out to the 35-yard line.
Play Center, we get a good start here with the football at their own 35, trailing now 7-0, 9:48 to go here in this first half of play. It's been a quick first half. Tigers got the big turnover. Hunter Mullen took it out near midfield, and then the Tigers were moving it, but the turnover back to Wamego, a scoop and score for the Red Raiders. Now 1st and 10 from their own 35. Rolling right, Wallace looks to pass. He will now fire through the middle. It's going to be tipped by a big defensive lineman. He was looking for Hunter Mullen, and that was knocked down by Casey Fire.
Yeah, Casey's 6'2", 250-pound junior, and he was just kind of roaming in middle ground right there, and he was able to get his right hand on that ball to tip it away from our receiver.
So Cade Wallace had some good things going offensively. I'm really glad he's right back out there after that turnover. Yeah. And they let him pass on that first play. I mean, both these guys, it's a great combination between the two. In motion goes Hughes. Here's Cade Wallace. He will option, pitch it out left side. Hughes to the sideline, upended, and will get maybe 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 8 to go for the Tigers. Hughes trying to get outside left. And, Cade Wallace, I'll go back to it again. Old Murphy's an all-star. And Yeah, he's got a short memory, but it's tough to go back out there and make the same play, left side option, but he made the pitch perfect.
And and that's what we talked about on the commercial break. I said he needs to have a short memory, and we both knew he needed to come right back with it, and so we did. Now, what did happen there was that was about a step too slow in developing, but that's caution because of what happened.
Absolutely. Third down, they called it again of 1, third down 9. From field, wide right. You have Mullen to the left side. That's the short side of the field. Wallace, quick snap, option, pitches back. This is Hamill. It's on the ground loose. Brady Hamill comes up with it. The Tigers will lose about 6 yards, and that brings up 4th down. They'll be forced to punt the football.
I tell you what, Cade Wallace has been smoked several times. Yeah. And he was smoked on that play as he was making that pitch. And that one was delivered by Dylan Besthorn, senior, 5'10", but 220 pounds from Wamego.
Appeared to have a bit of a bobble on the snap, too. It's through the timing off the first play. Snap from Dylan Carlson, the good one. Brady Hamill boots one high in the air. It bounces right at the 40 and out of bounds. And so it'll be Wamego taking over at their own 40-yard line. Wow, we got a good spot there. Yeah, I agree. It bounced at the 40, but it was a few yards out of bounds, not much. Yeah, they could have moved that up to the 45 pretty easily.
And nobody could have argued with that. But the white hat was right on the spot out in the middle of the field, and this sideline official was right on the spot, and I think he went the right amount upfield. And, but we did not get hurt. First down 10, Red Raiders with the football. They start from their own 40-yard line. Alderson from the gun. Back to pass. Ball fakes. He wants to go downfield. Colvin Lafferty on coverage, and it's overthrown. And he was stride for stride with the receiver that time, Anthony Gamino, and he had help over the top from Ricky Hughes. We had some speed going on out there
doubt.
between Colvin Lafferty and Ricky Hughes and the Gamino kid from Wamego. It looked like a track meet between those three.
We mentioned, by the way, as we look at this defense, that Tyler Young was back. He is. We might also mention Brian Lago unable to go tonight. And Lago's played really well this year on defense. As Coach Rice said it off the air in pregame today, he may have said it on the air. This is his kind of game. He'll attack the quarterback, and it would be nice to see him out there, but unable to go because of illness this week. Alderson again to pass. Ball fakes it. A lot of time. Floats one outside line, and it is incomplete. Coverage by Hunter Mullen. The catch got to the hands of Jacob Katzenberg, but it falls incomplete.
Pretty good coverage by Hunter Mullen, but that was an open receiver that in a different level of a football game is going to take that catch, and it was a well-thrown ball.
Yeah, he flared it up there and let it kind of hang in the air to let Katzenberg go get it, and he just didn't bring it down.
It was a type of ball that could only be caught by the receiver.
Sure. Third down 10. Tigers have a real chance here if this defense can stand up again. They trail 7-0, 8:11 to go first half. Alderson from the gun. Counter play the handoff. Hunter Mullen hangs on for dear life. What an open field tackle by Hunter Mullen. That time on Trey Gohers. I thought it was a great play call. Yeah. They had the Tigers a little off balance. If Mullen doesn't make that tackle, it's probably a first down.
It absolutely is a first down, and you don't see many sophomores fail to make the mistake. He failed to make the mistake, and the mistake is what Wamego was counting on.
Sure.
And most seniors out there make that mistake, but he did not sell out, and he was there to make the tackle.
Laid off the field, the Tigers, no flag down. Here's the punt away. It'll be picked up at the 23-yard line by Hunter Mullen. Dances by one tackler. Now he gets to the open field, 40. He's out to the midfield, strides to the 40-yard line of Wamego and runs through the tackler. Hunter Mullen bulldozes his way to the 40-yard line of the Red Raiders.
And I tell you what, that was a great, oftentimes when somebody makes a great play on defense, they come back on the next play offensively, and that's what he did. He got to return that punt, and he got a big return out of that punt. My favorite thing was his little skip step right there to try to throw a fake on the punt.
Number 32, K-State Wildcats, David Allen. One of the greatest return men in college football. If you make the first two guys miss, you got a chance. That's what Hunter Mullen just did. First down and 10, Tigers with the football, trailing here 7-0. Hughes in motion, handoff underneath. Gabe Ware takes it to the 35-yard line. Hard running by the hit from the sticks, and the Tigers will have second down. We'll call it a 4-yard gain, second down 6.
One of my most overused words on Friday nights here with you for the last 20 years is momentum. But it's so important, and it's so fun to watch. The momentum has swung to the black jerseys right now.
Cade Wallace in the huddle with the call. He'll send Dylan Carlson, Evan Stanley to the left side. Austin Last is center. Parker Folks to the right side. And Jace Casper in there at the right tackle. Or check that McCade Melius. Here's a run by Wallace near the first down mark as he dives near the 30-yard line.
I tell you what, I was totally fooled. I was watching Gabe Ware all the way on that play up the gut.
And it is 1st and 10, by the way.
Absolutely. Cade Wallace takes it around. He pulls it back out of Gabe Ware's belly. Keeps the ball 5 yards for the first 10.
1st and 10. Tigers move the sticks. 6:35 to go first half. Down 7-0, but right now in position after the big return from Hunter Mullen on the punt return.
And Wamego staying with that 5-man front.
Cade Wallace looks at his offense. He's set. Left side, keeps it himself again off the fake to Ware. 3 Red Raiders pile on, but Cade Wallace takes it down to the 25-yard line. 26, we'll call it, gain of 4.
I figure as long as Gabe Ware's getting tackled by 3 guys and he doesn't have the ball, we've got a chance.
I actually had the binoculars on that ball handling that time, and it was 3 guys for the Red Raiders. Tackle number 28. He didn't have the football. Cade Wallace then tackled downfield 4 yards later. 2nd down 6. Under 6 minutes to go in the first half. Wallace puts Hamill in motion. Now the ball snaps. The snap is bobble, I should say, loose. Play center does come up with it, but they lose the down. 3rd down, now in 6.
And that's so scary. The ball went on the floor in the exchange right there. Cade tried picking it up, and salvaging something out of the play. He had to end up just covering the ball.
5:22 to work here in this second quarter. The Tigers trail by 1 touchdown. That was off a fumble that was scooped and scored for about 35 yards out. Play center now has 2 receivers wide to the right side. Cade Wallace takes it, keeps it, dives forward. Will pick up 3, maybe 4 yards. It'll be 4th down. They're at about the Wamego 24-yard line. They need the 20 for a 1st and 10. On 4th down here, Chet, got a feeling they're going for this.
Yeah. I felt like when we were on 3rd down, no matter what happened on that play, we're going to snap the ball 2 more times offensively, and here we are, 4th and 4. Tigers are trying to get a play here.
4:40 left to work first half. Tigers down 7-0. They break huddle. Balin Brumfield and Hunter Mullen go wide right side. Hughes the wing back left. Cade Wallace under center. 4th down. Tigers will run the play left side. Keeping it is Wallace. Dives forward. 1st and 10 Tigers. Murphy takes it downfield off the ball fake. And the Tigers move the chains on 4th down.
And once again, the ball fake faked me out. I was able to pick it up in a hurry, but he's doing a good job of reading that, selling that, and getting what he needs. That time he needed 4 yards. He got 4 and a third.
1st down 10. Football now at the 20-yard line. They needed the 20. The football just nosed across, but well enough for the 1st and 10. Now they'll set up with Hunter Mullen wide to the right side. Cade Wallace may be checking off the line. In under center. Hughes in motion. Handoff underneath. This is Gabe Ware, and he's got some room forward. Spins off 1 tackle. He'll take it near the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 5 on 1st down.
That looked a little awkward there, but Gabe Ware kept the ball and picked up about 4 yards.
Now, I don't know if this is something they've looked at this week, but Gabe Ware, who is you talk about a hard run and take from the stick, but if you notice tonight, he's been very patient before he's really gone.
Yeah.
And that was one of those, it looks a little unique because he did almost hesitate before he just put his head down and went. He picks up 5. 2nd down and 5. Tigers at the 15 of Wamego. Wallace, and we have a whistle and flag before they get this play away. Red Raiders pointing at the Tigers.
I think it was the left side of our line over there somewhere. We got a little movement.
So it'll be, now, discussion by the officials before they make the call. So we assume that it is against Play Center. Offside against the Red Raiders. So I was hesitant because that when they huddled up, I thought this is not just an easy call. This is something they want to make sure they have right. That's a 5-yard penalty, Chet. That may be 1st and 10.
Well, absolutely. 95% of the time, that's an official stat. The Whitehead jumps right into that signal on procedure. And they all huddled up, and sure enough, came out of it. Play center. I don't think we're moving the chains, but it's 2nd and 1.
Second down and a yard to go. Yeah, a short yard to go. They have it at the Wamego 11-yard line. Big opportunity for this Tiger offense with 3:17 and clock ticking here in the first half, down by a touchdown to answer the call. Tigers break huddle. They send to the right side Hunter Mullen and Dalen Brumfield. Cade Wallace goes in under center. Gabe Ware behind him. Second down, a yard to go. He'll hand it off. Ware bounces off a tackle. He's still fighting for yardage. It appears that he's gotten himself near the first down marker. He's right at the 10, it appears, Chet. And I don't think they're even going to measure. They're going to say third down.
Yep, they're not going to measure. They're just marking third down, and they did move the yard marker about halfway.
Right.
So they gained a shorter one.
They gained some positive yardage, but it was only about a half a yard. Now, third down in inches. Cade Wallace in under the big center. The bully in there, and it's Wallace bouncing it outside, and he's backing his way forward for a 1st and 10. Tigers will move the chain and have it first down and goal. He fakes it to Ware, bounced outside. You know, there's number 9. Big John Weimers used to play in that position. He finished that run like Weimers. How many times we saw John Weimers, when the tackler would get on him, he would dig his heels in and start going backwards downfield. Wallace that time finished the run much the same way.
I always thought we should have kept an official stat of backwards yardage for John Weimers, but that's what Kate got there.
Goes with the jersey number, I think. 2 minutes left to work. Tigers first and goal. Bobbled. Snap again. Cade Wallace appears to have gotten on top of it. Officials come in to look. If it is, he may have even gotten about a yard out of the play. It's second down and goal. Time ticking down in the first half. It's been a quick one. It's the kind of game the Tigers wanted to have. Move the football, churn some yards up, and they've done that. They trail 7-0, but they have a chance to answer right here.
Well, absolutely. And, you know, we're going to be trying to close this half out with the score. And, you know, there's only a minute and a half left on the clock as we're down here inside the 10.
Second down goal at the 9-yard line. Wallace, left side. He will hand it off this time. Short yardage play. And never going to the turf was Gabe Ware, but he only picked up maybe a yard. It'll be third down and goal. Now a minute 12 left to go in the first half.
It's so tough when you start out goal to go and you're barely inside the 10.
Right.
You know, that's such tough territory anytime inside the 10, and you have to pick up that whole amount there. But here we are. We're looking at 3rd and 8, or 3rd and goal from the 8.
Cade Wallace eyeing the sideline. Coach J.D. Lane giving the sign into his huddle. Tigers send Brumfield right, Mullen left. Third down goal at the 8-yard line. They fake the pitch, rolling left. Wallace fires downfield. He's got a receiver. Gabe Ware near the goal line, and they will call him out of bounds. He hit the pylon, but they say he didn't get the football across the pylon. It's 4th and goal, and only inches to get this in, Chet.
Well, if we were in our living rooms watching college or pro, we'd get to watch that about 20 times right now. But that was one of those pylon plays. They're marking it out right there inside the 1. Here we go.
Tigers quick to the line of scrimmage. 4th and goal. Inches from the goal line. Wallace under center. Quarterback Keith. He'll dive forward. Is he in? Touchdown, Tigers! Cade Wallace dives in after Gabe Ware nearly hit the pylon, and the Tigers have gotten back within 1. What a drive, and what an answer for the Tigers now with 33 seconds left in the half.
I'll tell you what, that's exactly what we needed to do. That was great management of the clock, great management of the offense, great effort by Gabe Ware taking it from Cade Wallace. That was a good pass, good connection. Gabe did all he could to try to get into the end zone. We were going from inside the 1. Cade gets it.
Great ball, too. The rolling left, going across his body, and then Gabe Ware, that little power pass, able to make it happen. Now the Tigers late getting on the field with their kick coverage team. Now they have them set. Levi Fitzemeyer, high snap, and Hunter Mullen gets it down. The kick from Fitzemeyer is up, and it is no good. Pulled just right. A little missed timing that time. But the Tigers do answer. Within 1, 33 seconds left first half when we bring you back to Homecoming 2014.
Imagine having someone help you pick the best corn hybrids for every field on your farm. Thanks to a new Oldie soil-specific seed online service, your Oldie representative can combine your data with his data to offer a field-by-field prescription. Customize every acre with the highest potential hybrid based on soil types, trait package needs, disease threats, and agronomic preferences. Valuable data can also be shared with trusted suppliers. Contact Oldie Seed today at 877-692-4555.
I love the bacon on this Subway sandwich. I love bacon so much. I'm launching a line of bacon jewelry. See? Been done before, but have you smelled bacon perfume? Sorry, that's my bacon sensing helmet. Detects bacon in a 30-mile radius. Well, have you met my husband? He's a bacon baron.
Pleasure to meet you.
He gave me this bacon bouquet. Wow, that smells really good.
Everyone loves bacon at Subway. Add crispy bacon goodness to your favorite sandwich or try it on the chicken and bacon ranch melt or the steak and bacon melt on freshly baked bread. Subway, eat fresh.
Zeb Bloom will kick it off here with the Tigers. What an incredible answer. It all started with that return on the punt from Hunter Mullen, and then from there, the Tiger offense really got it going. And now we've got a penalty flag thrown before anything ever started here. And the official coming toward the Tiger sideline. Now they will reset to the hash mark left. Did they mark yardage off? Procedure against play center. So the kicking team will be 5 yards going back to the way. And this is not what you want to give Wamego at this point. You just made a terrific answer. And I knew it was against the Tigers, first off, because Coach J.D. Lane, the special teams coach, was barking at his guys as the flag was being thrown. He knew what was coming at him. And now we've got a timeout taken here on the field. Give us time to give you a little look at the Green Team. Green Team Cars in Clay Center, of course, our halftime sponsor, so we'll be taking a look at the first half of play for Clay Center, and what a half it's been. I mean, the Tigers to find a way to stop on their own goal line early, and then to give up the turnover that turned into a touchdown, and then to turn it back around and make terrific things happen here for Clay Center. I mean, they're right in position to have some fun right now. By the way, at the Green Team, huge savings on the 2014 Journey Crossroads Edition for Dodge at the Green Team in Clay Center. Great-looking vehicle with seating for 7. Sporty look, alloy wheel, and all this for under $25,000. Save over $5,000 on this great-looking SUV at the Green Team in Clay Center. So we'll re-cue this tasty pastry kickoff as Zeb Bloom gets set to boot it now from his own 35-yard line instead of from the 40. Zeb Bloom puts the boot into it, and he kicks one down to about the 17-yard line on a line drive, return back up the middle. Tigers looking to stop. Now, nearly a broken tackle, but finally it is going to be Adam Ebert who makes the play on the return man, Hunter Lowen, for Wamego. 25 seconds left. That's some time for Wamego. You've got to pay attention right now.
25 seconds on the clock is a little bit different with the Wamego team than a lot of other teams. I was a little concerned on that kickoff because on that kick return, it looked like the old flying wedge coming down there from Wamego. Looked like they had 4 blockers in front of him and nobody for us to stop him. Tigers made a good stop.
Alderson from the gun, sits in the pocket. Ball fakes, now being pressured. Knocked for a moment by Dylan Carlson. Now Alderson spins left. Still on the move. Hunter Mullen trying to track him down. Alderson to the sideline and gets it to the 45 of Clay Center. But that took, 17 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, we're down inside of 9 seconds now. We're at 8.9 seconds. He ran about 80 yards there in total to move the ball about 12 yards upfield.
And then he moved left, and he had Dylan Carlson almost had him for the sack.
Right.
Then he moved outside. Hunter Mullen had to dive at him, caught a leg but couldn't knock him down, and then finally he went out of bounds at the Tiger 47-yard line. 8.9 seconds left to go. Trips. Alderson has trips left. Rolls that way. Stands. Fires near sideline. The ball's going to be caught. 4 seconds remaining as the receiver caught it and was falling out of bounds. Catch made that time by Wyatt Cotton. That is the favorite receiver on the season for Alderson thus far this year.
So now anything Wamego wants to do with this pass of play needs to happen on this play because there's 3.4 seconds left. Looks like they're going to talk about it.
And Coach Dale Burkholder will call timeout here and talk things over. 3.4 seconds left, first half. Tigers trail by 1 to the Wamego Red Raiders. Wamego will have it with 3.4 to go when we come back.
Where can you get a low 1.9% financing for 72 months on your next car? At Hanson Ford, when it's a Ford certified pre-owned Ford Fusion, Ford Edge, or Ford Escape. You'll enjoy the fuel efficiency and the reliability of your Ford certified pre-owned vehicle. Plus, you'll have the peace of mind that comes from a detailed 172-point inspection and a limited warranty. Stop by Hanson Ford in Clay Center and look over all the pre-owned vehicles they have, one that's just right for you.
3.4 seconds left here in this opening half, and it's been a good one here on Homecoming 2014. The Tigers down by 1, 7-6. Coach Todd Rice, final orders before daybreak huddle. Wamego back on the field, ready to go.
I tell you what, when you have a true defensive part, this is your favorite play. Yeah. This is your favorite play. Now, I know if you have a true offensive part, this is also
your favorite play.
Your favorite play, right? There's nothing more fun than being on defense when there's 3.4 seconds to go, and here you're coming out of timeout. Everybody on the field is juiced right now.
So many things can happen right here. 1st and 10, Wamego, 3.4 seconds left. They lead 7-6, almost halftime. 2 receivers to both sides. Alderson back to pass. A lot of time. He's going to fire it downfield. Floats it near the goal line, up for grabs, and it's going to be caught regardless who it goes to. Clay Center with the interception, and that'll end the first half. Ricky Hughes denies it down near at the 5-yard line, and Clay Center will head to halftime down by 1 to the back-to-back NCKL champions from the last 2 seasons. It's 7-6 Wamego. We're headed to halftime here in the Den.
Rake in the savings and leave fewer worries behind with Twin Valley's ultra high-speed internet. Sign up for phone, digital TV, high-speed internet, and receive your first 3 months of internet free. This offer is only available for a limited time. Twin Valley services outperform the competition, and it's easy to switch over. Call our office and speak with a customer service rep to find out how you can get Twin Valley for all your communication and entertainment needs. 800-515-3311.
One company, one call, your call. Twin Valley, Twin Valley.net.
At Central Valley Ag, we're growing agriculture together. Our agronomy division incorporates the latest technologies to support and strengthen your on-the-farm success. We continuously invest in state-of-the-art equipment to expand capacity and maximize efficiency in supplying your operation. Central Valley Ag is committed to serving the needs of our Nebraska and Kansas customers through dedicated professionals providing innovative solutions that grow value. Stop by a Central Valley Ag location today. Learn more about how we're growing agriculture together.
Hey folks, it's Marty at Bud's Tire Service. Old Man Winter is just around the corner, and Bud's Tire is here to help get your vehicle through the harsh winter months ahead. From tires to alignment to oil changes and coolant changes, transmissions and engines, we can do it all. From October 1st to November 15th, we have $50 to $70 rebates on select Mastercraft tires, the most affordable and proven tire for our area's driving conditions. We are proud to be a part of the Clay Center community and also proud supporters of Tiger Athletics.
It's time for Tiger football. I'm sure the coaching staff has put together a solid game plan for tonight's game. Have you thought about your insurance game plan? Hi, Tiger fans. This is Jim Gearhand with Farmers Union Insurance. We can customize insurance plans from everything from cars, trucks, and combines to houses, boats, and businesses. We can even insure your retirement. Stop by and see me, Jim Gearhand, at 426 Lincoln Avenue in downtown Clay Center, a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics.
Back once again, halftime is here. The Tiger Marching Band about to perform here at the halftime break. But what a first half, Chad, here on Homecoming. I mean, you've had a little bit of everything. Tigers stood up on a 4th and goal, defensively made it happen, then took a fumble away. It looked like they were in great position moving the football, then a fumble on a mishap, a scoop and score for Wamego. They go up 7-0, and the Tigers then just simply answered and drove about 8 minutes of the clock downfield and scored it before the buzzer.
Oh, absolutely. First of all, you got to believe you can. And then you come out, when you're an underdog, and let's face it, we were coming into the game. Wamego has a powerful offense. Now, the other thing I'm going to say about that, only one offense has scored tonight, and that's the Clay Center offense. True. The most powerful offense in the NCKL has not scored yet tonight, and I would further say we don't have our statistician here tonight, but I like how everything, I would say we're pretty even on offensive stats.
Oh, I would agree. Yeah, and turnovers suddenly pretty big. And Wamego's, Kyler Alderson is an outstanding athlete. We've enjoyed watching him play and everything he does.
Yeah.
But, you throw 4 interceptions in a rivalry game to the Abilene Cowboys last week, it's going to stick in anybody's mind. I don't care how good you are.
No, it's like a hitter in baseball or a shooter in basketball. You know, it's that's what his livelihood is. That's what he's known for.
Sure.
And so when that gets compromised a little bit and tweaked, I guarantee you, he thought about it every night he went to bed this week.
There's a lot to look at on how the flow of this first half went. We're going to get to that in a little bit. It is the Green Team Cars halftime show. First off, I'd like to mention that the Green Team was outside. I'm sure you saw them as you came in.
Yep.
The Dodge brand and Green Team raising money for the Tiger wrestling program, and I believe the Tiger cheerleaders are the two that were going to benefit this time. Bill Rice let me know that they raised $5,000 tonight for CCHS. Yeah, isn't that amazing? Holy cow. Homecoming night, a perfect time to get everybody out here. Everyone who test drove a car, it was $20 to the cause.
$5,000.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? So your Green Team Cars halftime show, the biggest note we can give you is that they raised $5,000 tonight, Green Team and Dodge, for Clay Center Community High School. The softball was the other. Softball and wrestling were the two that were going to benefit from that. And I know that all the times that the different schools that the Green Team does this with, it's just great money that goes straight to them that they can do good things with.
And they've done that here a number of times, and it's always been very positive and wonderful. But, you know, thanks to the Green Team, thanks to Dodge, but thanks to everybody that signed up, because that's a lot of $20 signatures.
And I know Dodge matches as well. So, and Bill Rice was out here. You know,
I didn't get to see him.
He was out shaking hands and getting people in those rigs. So,
running for office.
Well, yeah. I don't know if he kissed any babies, but he might have tried. I would imagine. 7-6 here at the Green Team Cars halftime show. Stay with us. More coming your way next.
It's never too early to start getting organized for the coming year, and we are running a big calendar special now. If you wait until January to get your at-a-glance calendars and refills, they may be hard to find as manufacturers are cutting back on their printed inventory. Here, Roscoe, would you like a cookie?
Do you have any chocolate chip?
Nope, just these mincemeat cookies with licorice chips.
That's not much of a selection.
Precisely. Folks, for the best selection on at-a-glance calendar products at 25% savings, come to Central Office Service and Supply in Clay Center. Sorry, cookies not included.
Farmway Co-op challenges you, the community, to participate in a food pantry drive for your local food pantry. Donate a non-perishable item to any Farmway Co-op location during the month of October, and they'll donate to those in need. Join the Farmway employees, producers, and other community members in making the co-op connection this October by donating food pantry items to any Farmway Co-op location that helps your community. Visit farmwaycoop.com or call 785-738-2241 to learn more.
Please don't delay in caring for your roof. If you suspect soft spots or leaks, Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement will work hard to provide you with a roof you'll be proud of and quality that will last you for many years to come. Choose from Decra stone-coated steel shingles, heritage shingles, and specialty shingles for your home, and 30-year asphalt to guarantee your roof is worry-free of leaks. Visit their website at GeislerRoofing.com for your roofing options.
Whether you're lifting bales or mucking stalls, the Case skid steers and compact track loaders from Bruna Implement Company will deliver increased power for every job on the farm. The Case skid steers also have industry-leading hinge pin height to help with feedlot work, allowing the most in productivity and power. Choose from 12 all-new models. The Case Alpha Series delivers, and they do it with a larger, roomier cab. See for yourself when you visit Bruna's. Choose from 12 all-new models. For all your farming needs, visit Bruna Implement Company at any of our 5 locations today.
Green Team Cars halftime show. The Tiger Marching Band right now on the field and putting on halftime entertainment. The Tigers and Wamego Red Raiders had a pretty entertaining game. And a lot of people might think 7-6 ball game, yawner. Not at all. I mean, these two teams came out and got after it. I thought the Tigers moved the football well on their opening possession. A penalty kind of bumped them back. They had the punt. I thought the defense made Wamego take plays to move down the field, and then the 4th and goal stop inside the 1. That is just monster big.
So that was monster big. We made them punt. We got a very good punt return. You know, there's been a number of things on all levels of the football game that have worked well for Clay Center in that first half of play.
Well, and you look at the 2 turnovers that were back-to-back. First, there was a strip away, Hunter Mullen. I said, I love the scoop and score mentality. Scoops it, he gets it down almost the midfield stripe. We're moving the football, and then what happened? A miscue, an option play with no option back, and it was Wamego who then scooped and scored. I guess you have to stick with loving that mentality. But Ethan Thomas took it in from about 40 yards out.
You don't have to love it each direction, but you live by it and you die by it sometimes. But it was in football. It's amazing how often it does come back pretty quick.
Right. And then the Tigers march downfield. I mean, they methodically take 8, maybe 9 minutes off the scoreboard, getting it down to 4th and goal finally on the pass play from Cade Wallace. He hit Gabe where we both thought he was in from our angle. Of course, we're way up here in the booth. Obviously didn't get the football to the pylon. One play later, Cade Wallace right behind old Wooly Bully up front there, Austin Last, and he's in for 6.
Well, I tell you what, we have played really good defense tonight against a very powerful Wamego offense. But we always say one of the best defenses is keep your offense on the field, and we just chewed up that entire second quarter, 2/3 of the second quarter anyway, by controlling the ball, controlling field position, moving the chain, and then finishing it with a touchdown.
Tigers trail by 1 to the 3-1 Red Raiders, who had their first loss of the season, of course, last week against the Abilene Cowboys. I do have a couple of scores. At halftime, Abilene, or near half, Abilene was up on Chapman 27-0. Also, Concordia leading Marysville 19-6. That is a halftime score as well. Those are the only scores at this point we have had reported from around the KCOY community. Here at 7-6 on your Green Team Cars halftime show. Stay with us. More on the way in a moment.
Mortgage brokers, escrow, appraised value, inspections, loan-to-value, lock-in period. If you don't understand real estate, these terms can be frightening and stressful. But at Union State Bank, we can take you step by step through the entire process of buying a home or a farm. We can take you from the initial contract all the way to the closing table. We will handle all the paperwork right here in one place with efficiency and convenience. Make one stop from start to finish on your next farm or home loan at Union State Bank. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
If you're a farmer, you're used to being at least one step ahead. You're always thinking about the next season and the supplies you'll need. Contact Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Cells to get ready for the next wheat crop. They'll have plenty of starter fertilizer on hand for all their customers, so give them a call today and place your order. Talk with Brent, Alan, Darren, Kent, or Mike Green. Whether you want liquid or dry starter fertilizer, Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Cells is the place to go.
Thinking about buying a new home? Maybe your first? Or just making improvements? Well, that sounds like just another reason to stop by or contact the Citizens National Bank to get the personal attention you deserve when deciding to invest in a home. We know it can be a stressful and confusing process, so let myself, Bryant Johnson, walk you through the home buying process with ease. Stop by the Citizens National Bank and get pre-approved at your convenience. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
From peanut butter to boxed dinners, snack items, canned goods, and more, the variety of the Wow Bins at Ray's Apple Market is always changing and offers you more savings. You'll find over a dozen Wow Bins throughout the store that features your favorite brands, private labels, and new food items to try. Shop every week to find great values and stock up on pantry items your family enjoys. Ray's Apple Market is glad to provide customers with quality choices to feed your family while saving you more money.
Again, back at halftime, your Green Team Cars halftime show. Tigers back out on the field. They're ready to get going, I think. And why would you? I mean, you mentioned momentum, and we talk about that a lot because I think it's a big part of all sports. But sometimes in certain sports, it can really take over a game. And I think going into halftime, obviously the Tigers with that extended drive, the 8.5, 9 minutes they took off the clock, and then to score at the end of it, and to be within one on homecoming, I mean, they got to be anxious to go play football again.
And absolutely. And the other thing is when you are coaching kids at this level, it's all about channeling that momentum because that momentum can hurt you too. You know, you can overplay something, and if you do that against an offense like Wamego, you overplay something, they're going to kill you in a hurry. And that's the risk. When they had 33.1 seconds to go in the half, you don't want that big swing right before half to go to their locker room. The Tigers were able to hold them off, and they're ready to go.
Absolutely. Want to mention again, we talked earlier at the beginning of halftime, but our Green Team Cars halftime show, the Green Team, along with the Dodge brand tonight, had a lot of the big rigs out here and new stuff that for people to come out and try and drive. And Chet said it well, great for the Green Team for what they've done. Great for Dodge for backing that and making those opportunities to help schools out. But thanks to the people that came out and got in those rigs and raised $20 a pop to get $5,000 at the Green Team, and Dodge have now given tonight to Clay Center Community High School.
That's amazing. And they had some pretty good salesmen and saleswomen out there.
That's right.
Pushing it and working on it. But that's what it takes, and that's awesome. I know Bill's listening.
Sure.
And he knows I want a Rambox truck.
You mentioned this a few times.
Yeah.
You could be a Rambox spokesman.
I would like to be, and of course he would be happy to pick me up.
I'm sure he would. Absolutely. And in fact, it was kind of silly. We were talking, I was thinking who it was going to as we were at halftime. It was a Tiger softball player that came up and got me to do the test drive. So I should have known that from the get-go.
There you go.
Tiger softball, Tiger wrestling, the two programs that benefited from tonight's fundraiser. Both teams are back on the field. Your Green Team halftime car show will continue now.
Make someone's day with a greeting card from Patterson Health Mart. Whether you want to wish them a happy birthday, express sorrow of a loss, celebrate an anniversary, or congratulate the new parents, you'll find just the right card at Patterson Health Mart. Their selection has funny, sentimental, and religious cards for every occasion, or no occasion at all. Single cards are 99 cents or $1.99 each. Stock up for all the special moments for those that are special to you at Patterson Health Mart in Clay Center.
Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics. Whether you're looking for a tough Ram truck, a sporty Dodge Challenger, or an elegant Chrysler 300, Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has you covered. For 46 years, they've treated you like family because their family name is on the door. Right now, get 0% plus no payment for 90 days. The area's only 5-star certified dealership, Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Manhattan. Go Tigers!
Imagine having someone help you pick the best corn hybrids for every field on your farm. Thanks to a new Oldie soil-specific seed online service, your Oldie representative can combine your data with his data to offer a field-by-field prescription. Customize every acre with the highest potential hybrid based on soil types, trait package needs, disease threats, and agronomic preferences. Valuable data can also be shared with trusted suppliers. Contact Oldie Seed today at 877-692-4555.
Rake in the savings and leave fewer worries behind with Twin Valley's ultra high-speed internet. Sign up for phone, digital TV, high-speed internet, and receive your first 3 months of internet free. This offer is only available for a limited time. Twin Valley services outperform the competition, and it's easy to switch over. Call our office and speak with a customer service rep to find out how you can get Twin Valley for all your communication and entertainment needs. 800-515-3311.
One company, one call, Twin Valley, Twin Valley.
7-6 ball game. It is homecoming 2014, your Green Team Cars halftime show. Fun to see a lot of alumni back, and certainly our household was really happy to see a certain alum back and friends, but it is nice to see when homecoming rolls around. There was a tremendous crowd at the pep rally this afternoon. I mean, a great crowd of parents and fans and kids, and young kids, and then the students in the high school, and just really fun to see everybody out having a good time and getting ready for tonight's football game. So it's been a fun day, to say the least. Big weekend coming up. I know we always kind of look ahead to what's on the way this weekend. Tomorrow night, Texas Tech comes into Bill Snyder Family Stadium. It's the Big 12 home opener for the Cats. 22nd ranked now, 23rd, depending on the poll you look at. Big ball game. Stay perfect in the Big 12. That's
Talk about getting used to a passing game.
No kidding. Yeah. Yeah. Ryan Gosling, not Ryan Gosling on the sideline there for the Texas Tech Red Raiders. It is amazing to watch Cliff Kingsbury and the different styles of coaching right now in the Big 12, and those two sidelines will be complete opposites. Sunday, the Chiefs coming off that miraculous victory. Miraculous because they blew out New England. It wasn't that they won at home, but the manner in which they did it, and now they go into San Fran. Alex Smith plays his old team.
Hey, what a week for Kansas City sports.
And then it's fun. And the Royals, 23 innings worth of baseball the last 2 nights they've been out, and they win them both in extra frames. They lead 1-0. They play again tonight. The rookie, I would put my money on Yolanda Ventura before I would Jason Vargas, and Vargas was awesome.
I know. I agree completely. And he was under control. He had
gave up 2 home runs, and that was it.
He had some priceless expressions that had to make sports better. You know, that one that got caught by Kane. But Vargas was very good.
Aoki had pretty good expressions after making a catch or two in the outfield also. And, by the way, K-State Wildcats volleyball goes into Lawrence and wins in a 5-setter, knocks off the top 25 ranked Jayhawks in Lawrence on Wednesday night. So big stuff happening around the area, to say the least.
Coach Susie Fritz going against Coach Bichard,
her former head coach that she played under, right, in college. So, yeah, great stuff there. It is second half about ready to go. The Tigers will kick it away. Remember, Wamego won the opening coin toss and deferred. And so the Tigers will have the wind at their back here to begin the second half. You and I, Chet, were just talking. I know we mentioned this a lot. Beginning of the second half, basketball, football, always huge. In this football game, right now, it is really, to quote Mitch, it's a big deal, wouldn't you say?
I would absolutely say so.
Squib kick by Zeb Bloom's going to roll down to the 15, bobbled for a moment, now picked up, the return to the 20, and the tackle is going to be made in the open field, and it's a tackle that is brought, I'm trying to get the number, was it Jace Casper?
I think Jace was in on it. I think Tyler Young was in on that action.
Somebody dove from the side and really slows down the ball carrier. It is a return out to the 25-yard line, but that's where Wamego will take over with the football.
Well, we have 2 left-footed kickers. You know, we have Levi Fitzmeyer doing the place kicking on the point, and we have Zeb Bloom doing the kicking on the kickoffs, both left-footed. That was quite a tough-to-handle split kick from Zeb.
Almost an onside, but 40 yards down the field. Here's Alderson from the gun. He will hand it off to the right side. Bounce out on the run. Now the carry to the sideline. It's taken by Cohurst. And the Tigers will give up pretty good yardage on the first down carry by Cohurst, a gain of about 7 and second down.
Big old T formation back there for Wamego. Is like a power T, if there's such a name for that. I don't know.
Of the shotgun.
Yeah.
You know, it's an odd-looking. They've had a couple of formations that were unique, at least. We're so used to seeing them spread out, is why we say that a unique formation. Like now,
that was deep.
Both sides.
Yeah, that T was deep.
Alderson again from the gun. Now back to pass. The screen up, it looks like he's pressured out of there by Stanley. Now chased down by Zeb Bloom. He'll turn to the sideline. He has Brady Hamill out there covering and knocked out of bounds as he takes it across the 30-yard line. He had lost yardage. He gained back where they had been at. I don't think he got much past the original line of scrimmage.
I tell you what, there's nobody fuming more right now than Zeb Bloom. He's such a competitor, and for a sophomore, he is such an athlete. You know, he's very mature. He's very fast. He's very strong. And, boy, he thought he had him back there, and Alderson barely got away from Zeb Bloom.
And I'm going to throw number 75 a note, too. Evan Stanley, we've seen some speed out of him. I don't think I realized he had getting into the backseat.
Absolutely.
Alderson counterplay, run up the middle, and that is Austin Last, the initial hit. Now the ball comes loose. They'll say he was down. The ball carrier trying to reach out with the football. Now, the only thing I will say, if they're going to spot it where he reached to, then it could have been a fumble.
I would agree.
Because if he was already down, he shouldn't be able to reach that ball on out there.
Yeah, you can't have both, but he's getting both right here, and they're moving the chain.
So it will be a 1st and 10. The football out across the 35. They'll mark it at the 37. Wamego has 1st and 10 with 10.5 to work third quarter. They lead by 1 here in this third period. Alderson, again, the pass. A lot of time. Shuffles his feet. Fires out. It's overthrown. It's picked off. Hunter Mullen may be gone. He's to the 10, 15, 5. Bounces off the tackle and out of bounds. Hunter Mullen, a near pick 6. And now a penalty flag. Another one thrown down near the goal line.
I'll tell you what, that might be more than just the initial penalty, because that last one, I don't know if they're all three calling the same penalty, or the last one could be kicking him out of the game.
How about Hunter Mullen, who has had a night? He had a fumble recovery earlier. He had the big punt return that set up the touchdown drive, and now a pick of Tyler Alderson returned almost into the end zone. He takes it inside the 5.
Well, I tell you what, I'm putting down candidates, for these different awards we give out at the end of the game. All 3 candidates for the electrifying play of the game belong to number 7.
I'm with you. I would have had him there already. So that may have just trumped the other two that he was a part of.
The officials need to talk this over because there was some extracurricular by Wamego, and I think,
And from all we could tell, because we saw Hunter Mullen run out of the pack and give the football to the official, so he wasn't even in the area. But there were penalty flags thrown from three different, well, actually two. One guy threw two flags. The other threw the other down inside the goal line. So they are talked it over. Here's the call. It's unsportsmanlike. It's against Wamego. And it's also against Clay Center. So they will say that this is both unsportsmanlike. So they're going to say the first one was on Wamego, and then evidently the Tigers retaliated. And then they're going to decide, we'll see where this ends up. Does that mean they go right where it's at? They mark one off and then mark the other?
Well, if they mark one off then the other, then one will just be half the distance to the goal, and the other will be back.
So they marked the one against Wamego, which takes it to about the 2-yard line. So now they mark it off against the Tigers. They're going to move them outside the 15?
Maybe.
That is strange.
But I don't know. That's the way his mic kept cutting it.
Yeah, it was hard for us to understand exactly what he was saying. Coach Todd Rice is out visiting with the officials saying, now, wait a minute. What exactly is going to happen here? Now, we could not see what the penalty flags were, but there was a group of Red Raiders over near the goal line, and obviously there was an action or something said, and then the Tigers evidently retaliated because they called it on both sides. And now they will mark this off against the Tigers. So this is a strange, strange call. So here's the deal. The Tigers, Hunter Mullen, big-time pick, still great position for the Tigers, but they would have been at the 5. The unsportsmanlike against Wamego marked off. Well, he can only go half the distance to the goal line. Then they mark off the second penalty. That's against Clay Center. It's 15 yards. So instead of first and goal, it's now the Tigers' first and 10 back out around the Wamego 18-yard.
So for the same penalty on each side, they were penalized 2.5 yards. We were penalized 15.
Nonetheless, the Tigers stopped the Wamego opening drive on a pick by Hunter Mullen. Lane Libby back in at quarterback now for the Tigers. He will move left, fake it, keep it, pitches out to Rady Hamill, outside left, dives forward. He slipped on his footing, trying to get by a defender. Alderson coming up at him. He may have picked up a yard on the play at 2nd down and 9. Just under 10 minutes to work, third quarter.
Talking about momentum, there's a lot of momentum swings just in that little occurrence of events right there.
The pick by the Bulldozer, and he takes it deep, almost to the goal line. And then all of a sudden, you're not near the goal line anymore. You're back out at around the 20. It was a gain of 1, 2nd down, 9 yards to go. 9:36 to work, third period.
If you can get the ball in the end zone, then everything that's marked off is a lot different.
It almost becomes a bigger momentum swing that you made it happen despite of the penalty. Lively looking to pass, rolling right, has some time, fires out for Hunter Mullen, tipped up in the air and incomplete. A bit high thrown. Mullen went up, got his hands to it, but that was all he could do, and it brings up 3rd down and 9.
Hunter was leaning back to the inside. He went out, he made a cut, he kind of stopped and camped there, and Lively was rolling to his right. He was trying to come back to his inside and catch it. It was a little too hot.
9:19, clock stops, third period. 7-6, Tigers down by 1. The big turnover on the pick by Mullen. And now the Tigers trying to get a play in. Lane Lively's going to run to the sideline, and Coach J.D. Lane will deliver it to him verbally, and now he's back to the huddle. We'll see if the Tigers can get this play off. 3rd down, 9 yards to go. It's at the Wamego 17-yard line. From Bill Mullen, go wide right. Hughes wide left. Lively back to pass. Fires across the middle. Has Hughes, and it's just out of his hands. It was broken up nicely, just getting a hand on it. Cody Jackson got a right hand in near the football. Hughes almost brought it in anyway. Great play call. It was open. Just a good defensive play.
And it was well delivered by Lane Lively.
Yeah.
That was well thrown ball by Lane. It was good defense on that. But like you say, Ricky almost made the catch anyway.
4th down 9. The Tigers, obviously at the 17-yard line, will go for it here. They send Brumfield right. Hughes and Hamill the wingbacks. Mullen is wide left. Lane Lively under center. 4th down, 9 to go. Ball fakes it, now fires across the middle. It's going to be picked off. It's taken out to the 20-yard line. 25, Alderson the pick, and he returns it out across the 30. So Wamego denies the Tigers after the big turnover and return. It'll be Wamego's football at their own 35-yard line.
And 4th down for the Tigers out there, and we were trying to squeeze a pass in where there really wasn't an opening there. Alderson with the pick.
Tell you what, the Pizza Hut stat of the game may be that penalty yardage and how freaky that was to be called in that manner. I'm sure it was called correctly. I'm not debating what the officials did.
I agree.
It just doesn't make sense. It's a little bit like a situation last week at Bill Snyder Family Stadium after a block, and it was down and an inadvertent whistle. And anyway, Tigers right now have to get the defense back and going. Alderson fires out left sides in the flat, has a receiver. Now runs toward the middle. Zeb Bloom trying to track him down from behind. It does. It'll be a gain of almost 7. But Zeb Bloom went after Cotton that time and caught him from behind.
There were a bunch of coaches on the wall, on the other side of the wall here, that wanted a penalty thrown on that play. And I don't care if it's holding or a block in the back, because he was cutting back and forth, and it was one or the other.
It's been a couple times tonight. I know Chet's had the same idea on what could have been thrown, but it's been a pretty clean game in all reality. Well, outside of the last 3 penalty flags down near the goal line, which was just very odd. 2nd down, 2 to go. Alderson's going to run it himself out of the gun, gets the block and bounces it outside, and now delivering 2 punches on the quarterback, Brady Hamill and Ricky Hughes. Alderson, though, picks up 1st down yardage and takes it out near the midfield stripe. It'll be at Wamego's own 48.
And that was a design quarterback keeper run from the snap. You know, Alderson is a great thrower, and he's usually back in the gun. He was running that ball all the way.
1st down, 10. Wamego from their own 48-yard line. 8:13 to work here in the opening quarter. Tigers had a huge stop on the first series on the pick by Mullen. Wamego able to deny the scoring drive. Here's Alderson, back to pass. Lots of time. Fires downfield. Tyler Young nearly picks it off. He did. Tyler Young hangs in there. The ball bobbled in the air, and Buddy takes the second pick away from Tyler Alderson.
And he read that ball all the way. He was coming across, and he saw the ball. He had the ball all the way, and he gauged that ball. He leaped at the right time, cut in front of the receiver, and we weren't sure if he was going to come down with the ball at the far sideline. Great catch by Tyler. You know who else was in on coverage?
Hunter Mullen.
Number 7,
yeah,
Mullen.
I saw him in the area, but I was watching like you, T-Money, because I could see from the moment that ball left Alderson's hands, Young had a beat on it, knew where to go, tipped it up in the air, and somehow was able to bring it down. 1st and 10 Tigers. In motion goes Hughes. Handoff underneath. This will be Ware as Lane Lively hands it off left. The gain of maybe a yard. 2nd down, 9. Play center from their own 30-yard line. All right, you've gotten 3, actually 4 turnovers now against Wamego.
Yeah.
1 at the end of the half. 1 that set up your scoring drive. 1 that almost went in for 6. You kind of need to get a little bit, at least field position out of this, if not a score.
3 interceptions and a fumble recovery for the Tigers, you know, against Wamego here. 4 big turnovers. You need to cash something.
2nd down, 9. Lively goes in under center. He has 2 receivers left this trip. Long snap count. Pitch out left for Ware. Cuts against the grain out to the 35. Bounces off a tackler. Takes 2 with him toward the sideline. And Gabe Ware will gain 6 yards. It'll bring 3rd down and maybe 3 up for the hit from the sticks. They tried to strip the football away. He just kept going downfield with them on his arm.
Yeah, and there was a tackle very high up around his head area there. And I know the official, I don't think there was any infraction, but the official was watching it, as we all were. But Gabe Ware, what a workhorse and what a good run on 2nd down.
3rd down, 3 yards to go. Football is at the Tigers' own 36-yard line.
Actually, Coach Rice is still talking to the official about that one.
Kalen Brunfield goes wide right. You have Hunter Mullen to the left side. Lane Lively, 3rd and 3. Option left, keeps it, tucks it, and runs it, and he's really ripped backwards. He may have gotten a yard, and 2 defenders right there to deny the run by Lane Lively. It'll be 4th down and still a couple left to go, and the Tigers will bring the punt unit out.
Yeah, they're going to have to punt on this one. You know, where we are on the field, we're at the 36, 37-yard line, 4th and about 2 or 3. Brady Hamill back in punt formation.
Tigers. Campbell will stand at his own 25-yard line, another one of the team candidates here tonight. Alexis Bowen and Thomas Rickley were the queen and king announced earlier before the ball game. Snap is a little low. We've got a penalty flag down before or as the snap was going. And so now we'll see what the officials call. It was a sideline judge who threw the flag.
Hey, this
may be on the Red Raiders.
If it is, it's first down.
This may be too many men on the field, Chet. Legal substitution. This is 1st and 10 for the Tigers. And what a huge mistake for Wamego. They had made the stop after the Tyler Young interception, and now new life to the Tiger offense.
And the Tigers didn't look very prepared on that snap. I'm almost wondering if Dylan Carlson and Brady Hamill, saw what happened.
Could have. Because Dylan turned to the sideline immediately like, wait a minute. So now the Tigers have the football back from their own 41. 5:38 to go, third quarter, down by 1 point. Lane Lively, right side. He'll hand it off. Good run this time. Across the 45. Out to the midfield stripe. We'll go the Tigers. Adam Ebert, I think, on the carry. No, it is Gabe Ware. Gabe Ware bounced off 2 tackles and then just drove through a third would-be tackler. Nearly a first down, a gain of 9.
If you look at number 28, Gabe Ware, we've been announcing him all year and all last year and since he was a 4th grader, But if you look at number 28, Gabe Ware, he's unassuming. It's like, oh, that guy will be easy to tackle. He's not easy to tackle.
Not at all. Second down, now a yard to go. All in wide left. Tight formation of the Tigers. Lane Lively. Steps up, now back under center, hands off again. Ware breaks a tackle. He's to the Wamego 45-yard line. Gabe Ware rumbling his way into a 1st and 10 at the Wamego 45.
I tell you what, Gabe Ware's running. You don't think this is possible, but he's running a little bit harder right now because I can see it. It's a guy that goes 100% all the time, but he's going more than 100%.
And the defense almost looks as if, well, the first half when I hit him, he was done. Not now. He's taking them an extra yard or 2, that time an extra 5 yards.
Well, he's breaking into the second tier of that defense, and they've got a big front line, and there's a little room when you penetrate past that front line.
1st and 10, Lively will keep it this time, trying to keep his feet churning. He'll get maybe a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Football is at Wamego's 44-yard line. What I love about the second half, Chet, the 2 turnovers, obviously, but most of this half has been spent on Wamego's into the field.
Absolutely. We have great field position. Most of this game, we have good field position. We're controlling the clock, and we're making a few things happen here on offense. Not much on first down. We need to make something happen on this second down carry.
Tigers have a big line up there right now with Parker Folks, Jace Casper, McCade Melius to the right side, Austin Last the center, Lively under center. In motion goes Campbell. They will option. Lane Lively keeps it to the 40 of Wamego. Still down there. Ball is loose. The official says he was down, so no fumble. The gain by Lively to the Wamego 38-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and shorts. Third down about 4.
I think Lane shook up a little bit, too. He's slow getting up. He was on the ground there for a few seconds, and he's
trying to get his breath right now. He's going to come out. I think it's a good call.
He got crunched by about 4 or 5 white jerseys, and he was fighting for yardage.
Yeah, he's leaning down to his knees, just trying to get his breath back. Hopefully it's just that, the breath being knocked out of it. 3rd down, 4, so Cade Wallace here. Tigers at the Wamego 38-yard line. Wide to the right side, 2 receivers. Hughes splits out left. Wallace back to pass. Now he fakes it, runs it, caught from behind. He'll be short of the first down as he was tackled. That big fella is tight again. Casey Pye able to tie up Cade Wallace and drop him after a 2-yard gain. Initially, I thought he had some real room to run, and Pye made a great play.
Tell you what, that 6'2", 250, when he falls on top of a guy like Cade Wallace, he just covers him up.
So the Tigers may be going for it here. 4th down and 3. Cade Wallace staying in the huddle. Came to the sideline to get the call. It's at Wamego's 37-yard line.
Get a little sense of urgency here. We have to keep our eye on that back judge with the clock.
Brumfield right slotted. Mullen further right. Hughes out wide left. Wallace goes in under center. 2:11 to go, third quarter. Wallace tried to pull the defense offside, and he nearly got a jump from Pye, and now I believe the Tigers will just take their 5-yard penalty on delay of game. The back official is now counting it down. Wallace sees the flag thrown and gave it a shot. I like the idea. And they almost got Casey Clyde to jump, but he was able to hold his ground.
I honestly thought we were going to run a play until I started seeing him try to call him offside.
In 5 yards here with the wind behind really helps Brady Hamill to maybe get a little more boot into it instead of trying to place it so much.
Typically, Kyler Alderson, the quarterback, been the only guy back on punt returns. They're putting two guys back this time.
Brady Hamill will stand at his own 44 to receive the snap from Dylan Carlson. The snap's low, scooped up. No, it's not. Picked up now and tackled in the backfield will be Brady Hamill. He got his hands to it, unable to scoop it up as it short-hopped him. And so Wamego now has their first big break, well, the second big break of this half. The first was the penalty yardage down near the goal line. Now they get the bobbled snap that goes back, and they'll take over at Play Center's 45.
Details, and they can kill you and they can make you. And, you know, right here is where Tigers were looking to pin Wamego down near the goal line. Wamego takes over with good field position at the 45.
Alderson stands in that shotgun, one back by him. 1st and 10, back to pass again. Holds, looks, fires across the middle. Young nearly picked it off another time. Jace Casper on coverage as well. T-Money batted it down.
Tell you what, I was watching Tyler Young on that play. He had that gauged all the way, just like on the interception. Adam Ebert was in on that coverage as well. There was a host of Tigers on coverage.
Tyler Alderson, after this third quarter, has got to be looking, where's 15 all of a sudden? Yeah. And if he sees 15, he may not be wanting to throw in that area anymore. 2nd down 10. Again, the football at the Tiger 45-yard line. Alderson, 2 receivers to both sides. Now has a receiver in motion, fakes it, pitches back left side. They're trying to get out to the out corner, and Brady Hamill will not let that happen. Tackle near the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of a yard. The Hammerhead takes the tackle at 3rd and long.
I tell you what, that play could kill a team. You know, when Wamego's back in that formation, and they run that formation all the time, and they're just gunning the ball all over the field with a good passer, lots of times that play works well for them. Didn't fool the Tigers. Brady Hamill or any of the others over there are lost on the play.
Ethan Thomas, the ball carrier that time. 3rd down 11, 1 minute left, third period. Football rests at the Tiger 46. Alderson again to pass. Now tucks it and may start to run it. Rolls out right side, still looking for a pass. Now fires across the body, gets a receiver. Tackle's going to be made. It's a first down. There is a penalty. Flag down. Was he across the line of scrimmage when he threw the football? That's my first question. Or is it a hold?
I think it could be either one, but I think it's going backwards against Wamego. I hope.
It would have been 1st and 10. Let's see what the penalty flag is. Side official called it right in front of the Red Raider bench. They have come out to give the call to the white hat. Now he discusses with the back official. He started to go to his rule book, and then he agreed with what the white hat said, and that is going to be against Wamego. Huge penalty.
Yeah, that's a big stop for the Tigers. At least 3rd and 11. Wamego did pick up the first down on that pass completion, and Ricky Hughes was making a cut on the ball. You know, he was trying to knock that pass down. They ended up completing the pass, but they're getting a penalty.
They went to Colvin Lafferty to have him make the call whether to take the penalty or not, and you could see, you can't see his eyes, but his body language was like Colvin going, why would I not take this penalty? They did, and the officials going, it's either first down here for Wamego or, and he's like, yeah, we want the penalty. Send them back. So 3rd down and long.
I got to make that defensive decision a lot at one point in time, and when you look over at Blackie Lane back in the day, you know the rest of the story on that. But anyway, that was ineligible receiver downfield is what that call was.
Okay, so he scrambled enough that an offensive lineman released downfield. Now it's 3rd down, 16, and the football back just inside Wamego's end of the field. The Tigers another defensive opportunity right now. Now we've got a delay as the officials come back to the center of the field.
So we'll go ahead and substitute.
Yeah, they get Evan Stanley a break out of there, and on comes Gavin Ware for the Tigers. 3rd down, 16. Alderson. What else? Back to pass. Stands in the pocket tall, fires out in the flats left side. And we'll get to the sideline and the carry downfield, and it appears they picked up the first down on 3rd and 16. What a run, that time from Hunter Lowen.
And I tell you what, that was all run after the catch for the most part, but they got their 16 yards. They didn't get much more than that. He was diving for the first down, but they did move the chain.
1st and 10, Wamego now at Play Center's 34-yard line. 24 seconds left here in the third quarter as this period has flown by. Both teams have had big opportunities. Now it's Wamego trying to drive downfield, 13 seconds left. Alderson will hand it off underneath. This is Lowen again. And the Tigers will make the stop. Gabe Ware the tackle, but not before a gain of almost 7 yards. And now the Red Raiders will let the clock expire. We'll head to the fourth period. Play Center down 1, 7-6. We're headed to the final 12 minutes here in the Den.
Hey folks, it's Marty at Bud's Tire Service. Old Man Winter is just around the corner, and Bud's Tire is here to help get your vehicle through the harsh winter months ahead. From tires to alignment to oil changes and coolant changes, transmissions and engines, we can do it all. From October 1st to November 15th, we have $50 to $70 rebates on select Mastercraft tires, the most affordable and proven tire for our area's driving conditions. We are proud to be a part of the Play Center community and also proud supporters of Tiger Athletics.
Ah, fall, the perfect time of year to catch a football game, get in some good hunting, and enjoy the cool weather. It's also the perfect time to talk to your local Valley dealer about the Valley Certified Maintenance Program. You can count on the pros at Valley to keep your center pivots, corners, or linears running. A small investment can pay big dividends at next season's harvest time. Call your local Valley dealer to schedule your maintenance program today. Valley, the leader in precision irrigation.
See Republican Valley Irrigation or call 632-5588.
So Wamego will have it here to begin this fourth quarter, leading by 1, 7-6 ball game, and they will have it at the Clay Center Tiger 26-yard line, first down and 10 yards to go.
Well, I'm going to second down, I should say, and 4 yards to go, Chad. I'm going to say it again. The Tiger defense has played so good against this very powerful Wamego offense tonight. Here we go with the fourth quarter.
Now they're called on again. At the Tiger 26, Wamego with the football. Alderson has Lowen to his left, 2 receivers to both sides. Tiger defense shuffling around. Alderson will hand it off underneath. Lowen rolls forward to the 20 and has enough for a 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders. They're now at Clay Center's 20-yard line, 11:50 to go in the ball game.
Well, it's kind of natural to become a little bit susceptible to the run when Wamego has thrown as many passes as they have through the second and the third quarters of play here. And that's what we saw in the last 2 plays.
11:36 to work, and now it's almost as if Wamego likes to see that clock ticking down like the Tigers have all night long. Alderson's got 2 receivers stacked left and then 2 split on the right side. He'll keep it off the ball fake, bounces outside off of a would-be tackler, now breaks a tackle to the 5 near the goal line, and Alderson is in. Tyler Alderson able to go from 20 yards out and take it home for Wamego, and now they'll lead 13-6 with the extra point coming up.
Well, for a guy that's a very good passer, that was a great run by Tyler Alderson. I got to give him his props on that run.
Yeah.
That was a very skilled football run, and that was a tough run by him. But we had about 3 Tigers that right now are thinking, I had it.
Yeah, I had it. You could see him slap the helmet of themselves after he had gotten into the end zone because they had a chance. 13-6, the extra point try coming. It's up and on its way for the Red Raiders and good. So 14-6, Tigers still down 1 score. 11-17 left to go in this ball game on Homecoming 2014. Stay with us. Back in a moment.
Where can you get a low 1.9% financing for 72 months on your next car? At Hanson Ford when it's a Ford certified pre-owned Ford Fusion, Ford Edge, or Ford Escape. You'll enjoy the fuel efficiency and the reliability of your Ford certified pre-owned vehicle. Plus, you'll have the peace of mind that comes from a detailed 172-point inspection and a limited warranty. Stop by Hanson Ford in Clay Center and look over all the pre-owned vehicles they have, one that's just right for you.
Home sweet home. It's everything you've dreamt of until the water heater breaks down, the roof needs replaced, the picket fence takes a hit, a pipe bursts, and the basement floods. Whew. That's when you call your friends at United Bank and Trust. With years of lending experience and a few home ownership hurdles of their own, they can help make it a home sweet home again with the Home Sweet Loan. Home improvement loans from United Bank and Trust. You bank, we deliver. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
7:17 to go, fourth quarter. Tigers down by one score to the 3-1 Wamego Red Raiders. So a touchdown and 2-point conversion can still tie it for the Tigers with a long way to go in this one. Wamego to kick it away. The tasty pastry kickoff coming from Max Meyer. And on its way downfield, Swift toward the sideline, but it'll be now past Hughes. He'll pick it up at the 5. The return back, 3 defenders right in front of him, nowhere to go. Hughes could not pick it up cleanly initially, and the Tigers will have to start from their own 5-yard line.
And kicks like that are just not fair.
No, you're right.
I'm going to say very little about that was Ricky Hughes' fault.
Right.
Because the football does some bad things, and that was one of those hot Swift-type kicks. And, you know, it happened to try, and there was a point where that looked to me like it was going to go out of bounds.
Or to the goal line even.
Absolutely.
Possibly.
And it decides to die at about the 4,
Right.
and Ricky had no choice but to try to salvage something out of it. By then, he had Wamego on top of him.
Tigers will take over at their own 5-yard line. Cade Wallace, pitch out left for Adam Ebert. He is hit. Tries to roll forward. He does get it out across the 5. He'll pick up a yard, maybe 2. They actually start this drive from their 7-yard line. He picks up a yard of the place, taken down 9.
Well, the Tigers very, very deep in their own territory here. They have a long way to go, but they know how to do it. You know, you don't do it 95 yards at once. You do it 10 yards at a time, and they have lots of clock to do it.
Absolutely. Yeah, the clock is not a problem. 10:40 to work. Down 14-6. From Phil Mullen, wide to the right side. Nobody out wide left. In motion from left to right goes Hughes. They'll pitch it to him near the goal line. Gets to the sideline right, back to the line of scrimmage. Still trying to fight for extra yardage. Nowhere to go. Maybe another yard on that play, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
Well, we're going to at least move the, I'm having trouble telling where the spot is. Okay, there it is.
Like maybe a yard at most. 3rd down and still about 9 to go.
At one point, I was looking at the wrong official, so I thought maybe we got 4 yards out of that. We didn't.
It was a pitch back, not a sweep, but a pitch back, and then tried to get outside, and it just closed up quickly on Ricky Hughes. Cade Wallace under center, 3rd down, 9 to go. He's back to pass, rolling left, has some time, squares it up, now he's going to have to run it, gets by one tackler, now breaks across out near the 15-yard line. He needs the 17 for the first down. He'll be a couple of yards shy. Cade Wallace, shifty out there, almost picked up 1st and 10, and now brings up 4th down and short.
He was squirting under people out there, and through people, and the coverage was tough, and it's 4th and about 1 to go here. He came very close. I mean, it looked like he was dropped for a loss.
No kidding. And he almost turned it into a 1st down run. Instead, the Tigers will have to punt it, and they will put Brady Hamill probably back near his own 5-yard line to boot this away.
In all honesty, at first there, Cade wasn't running for a 1st down. He was running for his life.
You're right.
And then a little bit into the run, he was running for a 1st down.
The Tigers were really slow getting out on the field, and so they let the clock burn a little bit. Now they've called timeouts before they'll punt this football away. 8:50 to go in the 4th. Tigers trailing 14-6. You're listening to Tiger Football on 100.9.
It's never too early to start getting organized for the coming year, and we are running a big calendar special now. If you wait until January to get your at-a-glance calendars and refills, they may be hard to find as manufacturers are cutting back on their printed inventory. Here, Roscoe, would you like a cookie?
Do you have any chocolate chip?
Nope, just these mincemeat cookies with licorice chips.
That's not much of a selection.
Precisely. Folks, for the best selection on at-a-glance calendar products at 25% savings, come to Central Office Service and Supply and Play Center. Sorry, cookies not included.
At Central Valley Ag, we're growing agriculture together. With multiple locations across Nebraska and Kansas, CVA is uniquely positioned to offer producers access to export, processing, and feeder markets for grain. Central Valley Ag is committed to adding value to producers' grain bids by serving as their connection to end users. CVA is also dedicated to providing innovative solutions in the development of a long-term strategy to help each grower achieve consistent profitability. Stop by Central Valley Ag today. Learn more about how we're growing agriculture together.
Brady Hamill stands at his own 5. Snap this time is on the money. The kick is a good one right down the middle of the field. It'll bounce at the 45 of Clay Center. Wamego will have a pretty good field. There is a penalty flag, and now a second penalty flag that comes in well behind the play. And I'm thinking from the initial reaction from Wamego's Dylan Besthorn near McCade Melius, I think he popped McCade when he didn't need to. That's my guess.
I think you're right, and that's a point of emphasis. Right. If it's away from the play, insignificant, you don't do that.
And McCade he was well behind the play, and so this will move Wamego from what would have been at Clay Center's 47-yard line. Likely it will be back further into their own end of the field.
Well, Brady Hamill punted the ball from back around his goal line. It's not in the end zone. And here the ball is down at about the 47-yard line, and we're going to mark off penalty from there.
So it's a block of the back. So it is going to be Wamego's football. That's always the first question. Well, does that negate the punt? No, it's after the punt. So the change of possession had taken place, and then the block in the back will go from the spot of the football. So this will move them likely back to about their own 40 instead of at the Clay Center Tiger 47.
And coaches never like when there's a block in the back when there's no receiver anywhere near the ball.
14-6 ball game, 8:39 to work. It'll be Wamego's football. They broke huddle, ready to line up, and they have to back up a bit to get to where the line of scrimmage is at. Wamego's set to work. Tigers on defense here needing a quick stop. Alderson has two receivers to both sides once again. And back to pass. The lefty stands in the pocket. Now holds. Now ball fake. Still in the pocket. A lot of time. Now he's raced down by Gavin Ware and Jeff Bloom. And they'll tackle Alderson all the way back at his own 26-yard line. You know, they dance, those defensive linemen, not letting Alderson out of their sights or to the side. And Gavin Ware finally says, here I come. And he flips to the ground, and Zeb Bloom with the help.
And Gavin Ware, freshman, Zeb Bloom, sophomore, and they put him on the ground for a big loss.
Now it's second down and 27 to go, and the football is all the way back in Wamego's own 27 is where they marked it down. I mean, Gavin Ware, like a bullet, shot toward Alderson, and then Zeb Bloom helped finish it off. Alderson, same formation. Second down, 27 to go. He will hand it off underneath. And this is going to be a stop outside. Initial hit, Jace Casper, then Dylan Carlson in on the play. And a gain of maybe 3 or 4. It brings up third down and very long for Wamego. To carry that time for the Red Raiders, Hunter Lowen again.
And I tell you what, I think it was Brady Hamill out there. It was Brady Hamill out there fighting off a block. The runner wanted to cut it outside. He wanted to take it out. Brady Hamill was fighting off that block. He decided to cut it up in. Zeb Bloom and all the rest of them were there to put him down.
So third down, 23 yards to go. A chance here for the Tiger defense to step up again. Alderson back to pass, draw play underneath. And he is going to be caught from behind. Zeb Bloom got the first hit. And then the tackle for Brady Hamill and Dylan Carlson. And this will bring up a fourth down and 15 yards still to go. The Tiger defense has been dominating tonight, I think, Chet, against this Red Raider team.
You know, we've been great. We have really been showing a good defensive effort, and it's got a little problem here.
Tigers getting personnel off the field just in time. Red Raiders waiting to snap, and now the punt for the Red Raiders. Snap is a good one. Tigers come after it. Got close. May have even got a hand on it. Ricky Hughes may have deflected it. Tigers back away from it, and it rolls to Clay Center's 30-yard line. The Hughes got close. I'm not sure he actually got it yet, but he was really close. And the way it came off the foot, I'm not sure he didn't touch it.
I kind of think he might have got a hand on it, you know, as he was he came very close, as you said, but if he didn't, he affected the punter, you know, because it was kind of a knockdown type punt.
Sure. Tigers with 6:22 to work, down by one score to Wamego here. Take over at their own 30-yard line. Score in the Concordia game, 33-6 over Marysville. That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, Abilene leads 40-0 over Chapman. Back to pass, rolling right, Cade Wallace. Trouble. Now steps up. Will have to run it. Breaks by a tackle. Now steps to the outside. He's to the 40-yard line. Dives forward. Punished as he moves across the 42. And that's going to be a helmet-to-helmet on top of the run by Murph Wallace, who takes it out across the 40 for first and 10.
So that's quarterback to quarterback. That's Tyler Alderson that's getting the penalty on that.
I called that. I believe I know what the call is because I saw the hit and I saw the flag come right on top of it. This would be big yardage from Tigers.
I think that's personal foul. I'll be surprised if it's.
I agree. It is a personal foul, and it is against the Red Raiders. helmet to helmet. And so the 12-yard run from Cade Wallace, and again, shifty. It may have to be a new term in the offense for Cade Wallace. How many times does it look like he's down near the line of scrimmage, and then he just slides this way, ducks that way, and then you get 12 yards?
I tell you what, and that just, what it does is it frustrates the defense because he's so unassuming, right when he's coming at you there and you think, I got this guy, and then he just gets through here and he squirts through here and he sneaks through here and he picks up 12 yards, and then we're going to march off another 10 on top of it. Well, 15 personal fouls. So they move it to the 43-yard line of Wamego. Still 6:08 to work in this ball game, and the Tigers have a chance. Fun football game. Balin Brumfield, wide left. Slotted left, Hunter Mullen. Hamill and Hughes are the winger. Left for the wingbacks. Pitch out left for Gabe Ware. He'll tuck it and run it down near the 40. He squirts forward for a gain of 3. Check it down 7. I tell you what, Gabe Ware picked up yardage when we don't think anything's there. We all saw a little crease on that one, and he did too. And when he saw that crease, he made a cut, and he had an acceleration on that cut. He picked up 3 or 4 yards on the play, but he made that cut in the backfield.
And he made it almost sideways. Just kind of got through a sliver of daylight and then turned the shoulder pads up and picked up 3 yards. Second down 7. Football at Wamego's 40-yard line. 2 receivers now wide right this time. Cade Wallace will take it, keep it, dives forward for a couple, and it brings up 3rd down and 5. Tigers have a full allotment of 4 down every move of the stakes right now because they're in that position of the game and that position of the field too, Chad.
Absolutely, absolutely. The Tigers have to keep moving the chains and keep this drive alive. They're down to 2 downs left in this series.
3rd down 5. Football at the Wamego 39-yard line. Cade Wallace goes in under center. Wallace, we're moving left. Wants to pitch it, does to Gabe Ware. He bounces off a tackle. He dives forward to the 29-yard line. They need about 1 more yard to pick up the 1st and 10. He is very, very close, but they're going to have to run another play to pick up the extra yard.
Yeah, they're not moving the chains yet, but Gabe Ware got him close. He picked up, there was about 6 to go on that play. He picked up all but about half of a yard, maybe 1 yard to go here for the Tigers.
4th down short. Tigers need a 4th down conversion to keep this drive alive. 4:08 left to go in the game. Down 14-6 to Wamego. Cade Wallace under center. Red Raiders expecting the quarterback keep. Wallace takes a look, snaps it. He'll hand it off. Gabe Ware dives forward, and he has 1st and 10. Tigers will move the chains, and the hick from the 6 does it again, Chad.
I tell you what, I knew what I was going to call on that play. If I was calling the offense, there's nobody that's going to get the ball on that play except number 28, Gabe Ware, because there's no way they're going to keep that kid from getting the 1st in.
And how do you like the offense the Tigers have run tonight? We mentioned it a couple of times that extra offensive lineman, they brought a receiver off the field, an extra offensive lineman often this evening, and it's paid dividends. 1st down and 10. Cade Wallace, and we've got a penalty on the left side of the line now for the Tigers. Now, play center is trying to point to the defense, and we'll see what this penalty's again.
I think that's going to maybe work in our favor.
We had 2 players moving, but was it the defense that came across that caused it? And it is. This is 5 yards against the Red Raiders with 3:32 to work. And I think what happened was when Lafferty went in motion, a defensive lineman came across with contact because then our offensive line jumped.
He at least encroached the zone, you know, so that's all it takes. It did look like the play center left tackle, Dylan Carlson, moved. He jumped as a result of that, but the call is against the defense.
Cade Wallace, 1st down and 5. In motion goes Hughes. Back to pass, rolling right. Wallace steps up, fires downfield toward the goal line for Balin Brumfield. A lot of contact and no call made. Incomplete. Balin Brumfield was bumped just a little bit down inside the 5-yard line. A ball kind of up for grabs. The officials obviously think they were both fighting for position.
Yeah, there was a lot going on that play, and Cade Wallace was rolling to his right. He got a little air under that ball as well, and everybody was waiting to see what happened.
And nothing did. Except an incomplete pass, 2nd down 5. I tell you, that's a good shot to take it on. You had a 5-yard skip. Yep. take your shot. Now you've got 3 downs to move at 5 and keep this drive going. 3:21 left to go in the ball game. Tigers down by 1 score, 14-6. Cade Wallace works right side. He will keep it, optioning. Moves it, pitches out to the right. Lafferty will be upended as he tried to dive across the 25. He does pick up positive yardage. It'll bring up 3rd down and just a couple to go. I thought he was tackled further back. He was diving forward, though, as he was upended. He gained positive
yardage. It's 3rd and only 1. And you know, Colton was in the air there for a couple of yards, and I think the spot is right, but that was a heck of a tackle by the Wamego defender on that as well.
3rd down, a yard to go. Brumfield goes wide, left side again. Hunter Mullen slotted to that side. 3rd down, a yard. Cade Wallace, handoff, Gabe Ware. And now he's punched backwards, but it appeared the initial force got him. Actually, he's still moving downfield, and now we've got penalty flags thrown all over the place again. And we'll see where these go again. It appeared that Gabe Ware had the first down, and then I saw him actually move forward. The whistle was blowing, and then penalty flags came in once, and then another about 2 seconds after. So we'll sort this out again. And after a first half, we didn't see a whole lot of penalties on either team. These guys have been in the huddle, the stripes, a lot in the second.
I didn't hear an early whistle there. I only heard a late whistle. They're talking to the Clay Center captain. That's a good sign.
That's a good sign for Clay Center. So they must be a penalty that will be the result of the play and then something, because I saw them point to their options. Well, here's the call. 5-yard face mask on Wamego. A dead ball, personal foul against Wamego. Wow. Huge penalties against the Red Raiders here in this 4th quarter.
Well, those flags, I didn't think they were on the same penalty because they were a long ways apart.
Exactly.
Not in distance, but in time. You know, one was early in the play, and the other was at the very, very end of the play. So that would have been the personal foul.
Chet, this is going to move the football inside the 10. Wow. This is to the 7-yard line of Wamego now with 2:35 to work, and the Tigers have a chance on this drive to score it, and a 2-point conversion would tie it.
We have a lot of candidates for stat of the game, and another candidate here could be penalty yards on this possession.
For the Tigers, and we're going to have a timeout taken by Wamego. Let's keep it right here, Chick, because I got a couple things I want to mention. I'm going to go back to Green Team Cars, our halftime sponsor, and mention again the work they did out here tonight, coming out to the ballpark and having the Tiger softball team and Tiger wrestling team get those, with the Dodge brand, those rigs to be test drove. And they raised $5,000 for those 2 programs. So outstanding stuff from Green Team Cars. I want to talk a couple of things that have happened in this ball game as far as the numbers that we put out there. Let's go to the stat of the game. And I really think the penalty, I think the clock in the 2nd quarter was going to be my choice. But the Pizza Hut stat of the game, I think it's the penalty yard. We don't have a total for you.
No.
There's been a ton in the second half against the Red Raiders.
Well, the penalties against the Red Raiders in this half, I mean, we could also take that, and I think we go with that for this award for tonight. But another penalty out of the game is the penalty after Hunter's interception.
That could almost be the block of the game because it kept us out of the end zone. Pizza Hut stats of the game. Penalty yards against the Red Raiders, and most of them are first down in this ball game. Tigers have it 1st down and goal. Down by 1 touchdown. Cade Wallace, hands off underneath. Gabe Ware, fighting for yardage. We'll see where they move the forward progress to, and it's not much. Maybe a yard at most. It'll be 2nd down and goal. He may have gotten to the 7-yard line.
Well, it's a big march off after that penalty. Then we have 1st and goal from the 8. You know, so we've got, that's a tough territory right in there, like we were talking about before. Gabe Ware getting all he can on that run. First half touchdown, the Tigers scored. I'm sure Wamego's thinking this too, but it was a fake right, roll out left. They hit Gabe Ware, who almost scored, and then they punched it on 4th down from near the goal line on a quarterback keep. Everything's left.
Cade Wallace under center, 2nd down goal. He will pitch it left for Gabe Ware. Wants the block, turns the corner, now cuts against the grain. Inside the 5 goes Gabe Ware, down near the 3. It's 3rd down and goal. And how about the vision tonight of Gabe Ware to read
when and where to cut. That's exactly what I was going to say. He was seeing the field very well on that run. He's been seeing the field great all night long. But he saw exactly what he needed to see there because he made the cut when he needed to make the cut. But he was getting blocked out there as well.
And that could have been a block of the game candidate, and I don't know who the number was outside.
It was the three. We had three receivers left, and all three of them were on their block.
Third down goal. Football now at the Wamego 2-yard line. Again, Gabe Ware breaks the tackle, dives forward, and just short of the goal line. We're looking at 4th and goal again. He's at the 1, maybe just inside. And 54 seconds left in this ball game.
I tell you what, I'm anxious to see if they're going to move that yard marker, and they do. They move it about halfway. We're less than a yard from that goal.
Half a yard from punching it in. If you've got a timeout, do you take it, or do you rush to the line and go for it? Tigers in their huddle. 4th and goal, 32 seconds left. Football just inside the 1, and right now I know they are going to take a timeout. They're going to let this clock wind down. The Tigers will take a timeout to discuss the final play here. Play center, down 14-6. They have dominated the second half, yardage-wise, turnover-wise. Wamego had the 1 touchdown run from Tyler Alderson. That's the only difference from this really being still 7-6.
This is such a fantastic high school football game. It's been a blast all night. If you aren't having fun at this football game, you just don't like
football fan. I agree. Yeah, exactly right. Let's move up. The electrifying play of the game may still be to come here to the Tigers in all reality, but I think we have to go ahead. When Hunter Mullen got 3 candidacies for the Debenham electrifying play of the game, he's got to get it. Take your pick. The fumble recovery early, the pickoff that nearly set us up for the touchdown, almost got into the end zone, or the punt return. I'm going to go with the punt return, Chet, because we did score on that drive.
Well, he built on every one. Every one. He had the scoop of the fumble. He picked up a few yards. And, he had the pick, and he had the punt return. But all of them got this crowd going.
Yeah, and were huge plays. We called his name a bunch during that stretch and more. So Hunter Mullen, I'm going to go with the punt return because we did score on that one. The electrifying play of the game from Debenham Electric. 4th down goal. Tigers need a half yard to hit pay dirt and a chance then for the 2-point conversion to tie. 16 seconds on the game clock. Cade Wallace under center. In motion, Hughes. Wallace, quarterback Keith, diving forward. The officials running in. No call yet. They're taking a look. They're trying to get the pile moved away. We have not had a signal from anyone. Now they get the pile off. No call yet. And they'll say that Wamego stops inside the 1-yard line. And I mean the nose of the football from our look is almost lying on the orange stripe.
Tell you what.
So close.
There's no way of knowing until you're down inside that pile because that was a lot of contact in there. And it's ended up being marked very, very, very close to that goal line, but they're getting the stop.
Wamego now will just have to take a snap here, and they will take a timeout to talk about how they will try to make this happen. 6.9 seconds remaining in this football game. We'll take a timeout here. Tiger football continues on KTOY.
Printing pictures from your smartphone or tablet is easy with the new photo machine at Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy and Radio Shack. The new technology of this photo machine lets you print directly from Facebook along with your camera card or USB drive. The result is a vibrant, excellent quality print in a variety of sizes ready to share or frame. Get those pictures off your smartphone or tablet with the new photo machine at Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy and Radio Shack in Clay Center.
Well, back once again at the Den, and I know a disappointment for the Tigers right now. A little bit of a discussion what Wamego will do here because they can't really go victory formation, Chet. Right. You take your safety and take the odds that nothing will happen, but you still would give Clay Center a chance at a return of some sort. But, boy, the Tigers got it to 4th and goal. It appeared inside the 1. Cade Wallace got forward. We could tell that much. And then just a big scrum, and the officials tried to sort everybody out. By the time they got down there, they said the football hadn't crossed the line.
Yeah, and, there's no way we can tell from up here. You just hope.
Sure.
And as they're uncovering everybody, they're saying that Wamego kept us out.
So Wamego will snap the football. They don't go out of the formation under center often, but Alderson will here. 6.9 to work, and he'll dive forward across the 5-yard line, and that will be the ball game. What a high school football game. Wamego celebrates here, but they escape tonight against the Clay Center Tigers, as good as the Tigers have played this season against this Wamego squad.
Oh, I would agree completely. Yeah, I would agree.
Outstanding effort and performance. It's a 14-6 loss. Stay with us. We'll come back in 1 minute and start our post-game coverage from the Den.
When it comes to maximizing your productivity during fall harvest, choose the Case IH Magnum Series tractor from Bruna Implement Company. Magnum Series tractors can power through tough conditions, allowing for less stress, hours, and fuel. And you don't have to sacrifice power for fuel efficiency with SCR technology and the Diesel Saver automatic productivity management system. Combined with a suspended cab, intuitive controls, and an integrated AF Pro 700, your farming operation just got more efficient. See the Case IH Magnum Series tractors today. For all your farming needs, visit Bruna Implement Company at any of our 5 locations.
At Ray's Apple Market, the availability of products which are organic, natural, or gluten-free have increased so much that now, instead of having them each located separately in the store, they're now incorporated into their associated departments. This will make shopping easier, especially for those shoppers who are new to the product lines. For your convenience, just look for the tagged and labeled items as you shop throughout the store at Ray's Apple Market.
Again, return to the Tigers Den homecoming 2014, and again, just the effort the Tigers put forward tonight. A terrific ball game, good game design, game plan against Wamego. They just come up short, a couple of plays here and there, a couple of calls here and there. The funky call after Hunter Mullen's interception is going to haunt Tiger fans, at least for a while, because it just doesn't look right the way that play ends up. Not the official's fault. It doesn't look right. But the Tigers denied really a chance into the end zone when they were bumped back on that penalty yardage. But Tigers 14-6 loss. Let's get a couple more awards out this evening. The block of the game, I agree with you, Chet. I almost was going to nominate the penalty yardage that was I just mentioned, but you're right. The Tiger defense against a Wamego offense that can light up a scoreboard, they block them all night long.
And it's not your conventional, what you would think of as the block of the game, but that's my candidate, and that's what I'm voting for, because the Tiger D showed me a lot tonight. And they blocked a very powerful Wamego offense all night long.
Republican Valley title, block of the game. Again, we'll give that to the Tiger defense. They really stepped up tonight and gave their team a chance. Now, it's 14 points. They only gave up one score. The other touchdown was a fumble recovery returned about 40 yards by Wamego's defense.
A very potent offensive passing attack. Right. And the only offensive score tonight was about a 20-yard run by the quarterback.
Impressive defense this evening for the Tigers. The Republican Valley title, block of the game goes to that Tiger D. And our big hitter, we got to go back to the first half. Wamego on the verge of getting their the score in, and the Tiger defensive line led by Austin Last stops them inside, much like Wamego found a way to stop here. The Tigers stopped in the first half, Wamego on 4th and goal.
Austin's one of my favorite kids out there. There's so many kids out there that you and I know and love so much, but Austin's having a very fun senior year. He's dynamic in every game on both sides of the ball.
But he got and playing well. Yeah.
He got a big hit early that had to go on the board, and it held up.
Hunley's Garage, big hit of the game, Austin Last on that stop at the goal line. We'll be back in a moment. We'll come back and take a look at our post game. We'll do that in just 90 seconds.
Imagine having someone help you pick the best corn hybrids for every field on your farm. Thanks to a new Oldie soil-specific seed online service, your Oldie representative can combine your data with his data to offer a field-by-field prescription. Customize every acre with the highest potential hybrid based on soil types, trait package needs, disease threats, and agronomic preferences. Valuable data can also be shared with trusted suppliers. Contact Oldie Seed today at 877-692-4555.
Football season is the favorite time of year for the guys at B&D Sandblasting and Painting. They specialize in sandblasting stock trailers, hay trailers, and semi-grain trailers. They can make your old trailer look like new and maintain its function and value with their high-quality primer and paint. B&D are also experts at installing seamless guttering on your home or business. When their work is done, you can bet they'll be at the football game supporting the Tigers. Give B&D Sandblasting and Painting a call at 632-0696.
I have bad news. Jake from State Farm does not work in our Clay Center office, and we don't always wear khakis. Good news is State Farm now offers great home and auto loan rates in addition to the auto, home, life, and health insurance that we're known for. Call Dave Borgerding, your State Farm agent, to schedule an insurance and financial review. Now here's
Scoutin'
from the Lincoln School to sing the jingle.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Many life lessons can be learned when you participate in sports, like the value of perseverance, hard work, and teamwork. The whole team here at Clay County National Bank is proud to support the student athletes of our community, and we applaud them as they grow in skill, strength, and character. When you push yourself toward excellence in the classroom, on the field or court, or in your business, you develop skill and self-confidence, and these attributes will serve you well now and in the future. Best wishes for success, Tigers, from Clay County National Bank, member FDIC.
Again, back in the den, along with our studio engineer, Gary Pearson. Always a great job back at the studio, Chet Carlson. We bring you the post game, which is being brought to you, of course, by Clay County National Bank, B&D Sandblasting and Painting, and State Farm Insurance, Clay Center, David Bogerding, agent. The Tigers a 14-6 loss, and I'll say again, best they played this season. That's a good Wamego team that just went to 4-1, and the Tigers dealt them everything they could. They won the turnover war. They won the time of possession. They did a lot of things right. Yeah, won a couple of breaks here or there. The difference in this ball game, really.
Missed opportunities, and you know, I agree with you completely. I feel so much better coming out of this loss than I felt coming out of last week's win. You know, and I mean that completely, because there's so many things I saw out there that made me feel so much better about this team. Some things that are work and some things that are click, and we had some missed opportunities. We had a couple of hiccups out there, but we played a very, very good team. We played them. We gave them more than they wanted, I guarantee you.
There is no doubt. Yeah, Wamego escapes with the win here this evening. Tigers a 14-6 loss, and they will be back at home next week. They will host the Abilene Cowboys. Abilene running away from Chapman tonight. 40-7 is the final in that one. And Cordy also upon Marysville, 47-6. That ball game was late in the fourth quarter. Here the Tigers battle hard on homecoming. Alexis Bowen and Thomas Rickley, the queen and king for this year's 2014 homecoming. Great festivities throughout the week and throughout the day. For our studio engineer, Gary Pearson, Chet Carlson, this is Rocky Downing telling you to enjoy the rest of your Football Friday.